Okay, it took like 10 seconds for the start streaming button to actually connect. That's a good sign. that, that is an absolutely amazing sign of good things to come, clearly. Anyways, let's get our stream notice out there. Let's share with the world that we're Floaty, Furry Jesus Dog thing. And I will explain that in detail, because people will probably take it at face value and take it seriously. But you know what? I kind of think it's funny that way, because I can create some controversy with it. Imagine I get canceled and called out for having Furry Jesus in the title of this stream. Where the narrative's like, see, Beta thinks he's full of himself. He thinks he's Furry Jesus. We need to take him down. And then I can just make a video about it. The Furry Jesus situation is wild. See, to some extent, I set myself up for this success and or failure. And then that's how it works. Look, it just all works out in the end somehow, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. What's Jesus's persona? I don't know. What would Jesus's persona actually be? Usually people say something like a lion, but I feel like that would be like intrinsic of pride. It would have to be something very modest, humble. Sheep? Probably a sheep. Probably, honestly. Also, thank you for the resub, Shameless.
I was about to
9 months, goddamn. Thank you for the support, my dude.
Bad ideas. Thanks, Lamau. I'd bet Tree Fiddy the Jesus Lizard BTW.
Jesus Lizard. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. I kind of see where you're getting that from. But Shameless, thank you for the 9-month resub. Greatly appreciate that. Also trying to figure out how I can view my live stream chat on WooTube. Oh, I think the reason why I can't see it is just because I'm signed into the wrong account. Womp womp. This is what happens when you have multiple YouTube accounts. You don't want that. You don't want to be able to... Wait, why does it say no data is being sent? That's strange. If you can see me and hear me, that's all that matters. But welcome on in, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Happy Wednesday. How are the wife and kids? What are you doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow for Thanksgiving? What's on the docket? That's also what I'm asking myself, because to be honest, I have no clue what we're doing today. I mean, I have a few things. I want to go over potentially my list of PC parts that I'm going to be picking up, hopefully, throughout the span of this week for my new build, which I don't really have a choice but to get. Sadly. Sad as that is, this is where we are. And, I don't know, just play some marbles. Talk about some stuff. I also wanted to share with you guys something funny that I found recently from a Super Mega video, which if you haven't seen Super Mega, highly recommend them. Great channel, great creators. But while I get the stream notice out there, let me know how you guys are doing. How's your day going? How are things? How you doing, bucko? Which I actually think I actually have all my notice out. Gosh, we're on a roll today. I've had a productive day, surprisingly. But hello, everyone. Hello, Reko, Jakala. Food? I need food. Sad breadstick. Again, you should probably change your name. Not saying that because you should, but just because it makes me sad to think of sad breadstick. Look at that booty ooty delooty. I don't know. I just got distracted again by my booty again. Have you seen this yet, Jacob? You might need to, again with the links, I can't really hover over them and see what it is. When you send me a link, I can't really preview that, so I need a synopsis. Please and thanks. You also have my Twitter. You can also send me things if you want me to cover them in videos or look over them for later. I do appreciate you sending in a chat though. Just a heads up, I can't view previews. Little preview windows. It's a sad state with being a streamer on chat and having multi-chat open. Got so much bad news today that I'm happy. Izume, at some point, I feel you with that. Sometimes enough bad news is good news. Sometimes enough bad news is good news. Like, you just have to sit back and laugh. When you see it all going down and you see things falling apart, it's like, what can you do besides laugh? What else can you do? Either way, I'm done with hiding my face for today, even though I'm technically hiding my face. But hi! Student animated short? Oh, hell yeah. I could probably check that out later if you send it to me separately. I can't really, you know, even copy and paste anything from chat or anything like that. But yeah, I do like going over some like random student animated shorts and things here and there, but don't really have anything on the docket for things that I want to go over today. It's been quite honestly, slow these past few weeks, which has been good because I've been on a massive grind. I didn't even realize it till this weekend, which like little what is it? Little tidbit of info on how the ADHD meds are going. Usually, within a month, for like big video projects or ideas that I have, I'll record about, give or take, 3 to maybe 4 to maybe 5 videos a month based on big projects that I have that I've blasted through, gotten scripts for, all these other editing for. I have that thing, but this month alone, and it's not even the end of the month, technically. I still have a whole goddamn week to get through stuff and a whole week of just grinding, more videos, streaming, and whatnot. I've already recorded like 10 videos alone this month. 10 in 1 month. That's fucking crazy. I never thought I'd actually get to that point of productivity, but here we are. But still, I guess that's a good sign for you guys. You get more booty oody deludy videos coming soon. A lot of them are really, really good topics, not gonna lie. I know a lot of it is, you know, a mix between drama and doom and gloom, but we got some good stuff coming out soon. I'm really looking forward to it. I like talking about the good news, the good things within furry, not just, you know, this thing a big bad. But, you know, we'll have our fair share of things to go over, but I'm actually thinking of revamping in my Discord, too, the little channel for video suggestion ideas. Like, little topics, things you want me to cover from, like, cool things that happen in the community. I already have a bunch of links that I have together in my little video ideas channel on Telegram that I actually want to go over. Maybe not for their own videos, because, you know, I can't really cover a fursuit that blinks in an 8-minute video. I feel like that would be a little ludicrous to try and make a full-length video about it. Maybe a short, but I was thinking more like maybe a compilation of cool things within furry. I don't really know. I got ideas on the back burner, but we'll get through them with time. Booty Oody Deludy needs to be an official name. It technically is, but it's not really official. I mean, I'm just a YouTuber at the end of the day. That's really it. Also, hello, Casper Howells. And John. And Thesia. Hello, hello. Maybe you can do 3 cool things in furry this week. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I know there is, like, some other... I can't remember their name, and I'm not actually subscribed to them. I just kind of check the occasional, like, notifications, recommendations on YouTube. But apparently there's some furry YouTuber who goes over a lot of, like, the really positive notes within the fandom. Like, cool things going on. Like, going over, like, the philanthropy. Like, money raised for charity. I like focusing on those little tidbits. Not, like, as a means of, like, bragging, of course. But it's just to show, like, how much the community kind of comes together and does cool things. So, yeah. Fursona's on a budget. I'm actually... I mean... That also depends on what you're thinking of on a budget. You can technically make a Fursona for free. I don't know how much more free than you can get for free. There are plenty of resources online. Plenty. Also, hello, Mr. Ferrano. And also, yeah, I am going to MFF, so that's why I've also been on the massive grind this week with just, like, getting edits together, getting videos together, scripting shit, organizing it all, just so that when I'm gone, I can just, like, get all this stuff easy out, be done with it to some extent. Not really done with it, because I do feel really passionate about the topics that I discuss. It's just a matter of, like, you know, it's a lot of projects, a lot of work. Furry gift ideas, those have been done quite a few times. True. I have been thinking of an alternative to that, which I was actually going to ask Snowy if he wanted to join me for a video at some point, where we go over and I guess review furry products. Like, furry products, furry commonly used items within the community made by furries for furries. So, like, example would be, like, the cooling vest for the what is it, the Easy Cool, what the fuck was it called again? I have a box somewhere. It's probably downstairs, but, like, the Easy Cool Down vests. There was, like, furry deodorant, supposedly, like, sort of different brand from the usual Soap Pony, like, fursuit sprays to see how those smell. I'm sure there's all sorts of different, like, furry products that aren't just, like, eye candy, but things that you can use and apply. And I was thinking of something like that down the road. Who knows? Free premium. Imagine. Have you gotten any furry gifts from Family Beta? I have. It was the Furry Nation book from my uncle. Also, my goth writer calls us Furbies. That's kind of cute, though. That's endearing in its own way, hopefully. I'm not really sure. I mean, I haven't really gotten any furry gifts, per se. I don't really ask for anything furry. If anything, you know, whenever I get gifts, it's usually something that I, like, need. Like, my parents will recognize, oh, hey, you need, like, some sort of deodorizer in your refrigerator. Here you go. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Or like, oh, hey, fruit fly problem. And then they'll pick up, like, a fruit fly trap thing. I'm like, oh, hey, thank you. So, you know, a lot of it just kind of comes down to just that. But honestly, in terms of gifts, I don't really think about that. Also, thank you, Grizzly Nightmare, for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Ooh. Oh. Favorite dish. See, mine is a bit specific because my grandmother makes probably the best Thanksgiving stuffing I've ever had because she puts Italian sausage in it. And it tastes fucking fantastic. Like that, like, I don't care if I go home with no turkey, no, like, desserts, because she makes some amazing desserts, too. Amazing apple pie. I don't care if I go home with none of that and just, like, the bin of fucking, like, chili. Oh, not chili. Chili? Chili. Netflix and chili. I wonder where Key is. I gotta pester him about that again. He loves it when I do that to him. Don't bother him that way. I guess I'd have to go for a more generalized, Thanksgiving dish in general, but I'll think about that. But thank you for the $2 or the super chat. I appreciate that. Also, I saw a message that I actually wanted to answer a little bit above from Liam McAllister. So actually, I don't know why, but McAllister reminded me of Macaulay Culkin. You know, the guy from what is it? Home Alone. Apparently, he's going to be in the Fallout series, the Fallout TV series in season 2. $10 says he's Mr. House. $10. He's almost absolutely going to be Mr. House. I can see it. I can 100% see it. There's no way. He's got that aura to him. That's why I said, like, you know, if the kid from Home Alone grew up, he would grow up into, like, Jigsaw, you know, from the Saw series, with all, like, the finagly traps and all that. But your question, thoughts on the JJK ending, Jujutsu Kaisen? As someone who is a super big fan of the series, who loved it ever since he got into the manga, which was when the Shibuya incident arc happened, I've read the whole manga, stayed up late every Wednesday to Thursday for the leaks. I will say it, as much as the series is good through and through, the ending was kind of okay. Look, the author, I think he wrote himself into a corner. Like, he really wanted to do some cool stuff, but he wanted to wrap it the fuck up, too. So it's like, oh, well. Yeah, without giving any spoilers, you know. The series is good. Highly recommend it if you haven't, you know, watched it or read it. But it just isn't one of those where... I don't know, the ending isn't that great. Also, hi, JD. Hope you're doing well. Also, just wanted to say again, thank you for the... I didn't really say in the first place, but I did read it over very briefly before stream. Thank you for the recommendations for the PC parts, which is actually what I'm going to partially go over a bit today for what I decided on, I guess, parts, which I did add to my throne. Link below in the description or exclamation point gift if any suspiciously wealthy furries want to help me out a little, because it ain't going to be cheap. But regardless... yeah, ending to JJK, it's just okay. It was just okay. I enjoyed the series through and through, though. That's all. I love that there's about 6 to 10 furry Jesuses on Twitch. When aren't there? There's always furry Jesus. Furry Jesus is everywhere. And you're probably wondering, Beta, why do you call yourself Furry Jesus? Well, Jesus can walk on water, can he? I can technically float above water because of how buoyant I am. So technically, I'm Furry Jesus. If you think about it. Don't think about it in the realm of me being an influencer, please. Just think about it in the literal physical aspect of, hey, I can walk on water. I can float on water. That's pretty neat. Also, thank you, Roxy, for the $100. For the $100. This is the issue. I'm speaking a million miles a minute. I need to slow it down a little. Relax. Just relax, Beta. Smack yourself in the face just to chill a little. Perfect. But thank you for the 100 bits, Roxy. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Shinjuku Showdown is the best arc. The ending is all right. See, that's what I'm saying, Liam. I'm predicting it now. I predicted it like a few months ago. Shinjuku Showdown will be the most hyped season of anime in pretty much recent anime history. I know Attack on Titan is up there. I think it's going to be up there with Attack on Titan just because of the hype behind it. If I'm thinking about how they're going to animate and go storyline wise through Jujutsu Kaisen, it's probably going to result in that one being the big one. Kiss for Uncle Bait. Oh, well, thank you, Toxic. I appreciate it. There's your keys. Haha. Bussy! Hi, Frey. I totally just made you go deaf there. Fway! Thank you for the 19-month resub. I appreciate that. Can we get a shout-out for Frey, by the way? Good soup, good beans, streams a lot, plays Stalker 2. Go and support him. He's good soup. I get to see him in a few weeks, and I'm excited for that. Frey, what have you got planned for Thanksgiving? What do you got planned coming up before the big furry migration, as I'm calling it, with regards to MFF? Thank you for the support, dude. I do appreciate it. I miss you lots. Or could we get some hellos in the chat for Frey, too? Because we love saying hello to Frey. I was going to say something after this. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, my weekend. Dude, I had an amazing fucking weekend. Let me tell you. Look, it's one of those where if you know, you know. Appropriate platforms, accounts, and whatnot. If you know, you know. But I had a pretty great weekend. And you know what I did to top it all off last night? I watched through the first season of Arcane with friends and started season 2. Let me tell you, I haven't seen any of Arcane even like 3 years back. Never watched it, never started, because I thought it was one of those series where they were really going to try and shill League of Legends to me. And I'm like, I don't care how good this series is, I'm not playing League of Legends. That's the one and only green flag I have in any sort of dating material as a boyfriend, okay? That's all I got going for me right now. I mean, yeah, you know, maybe a little bit of charisma, you know, I talk pretty okay, I have YouTube maybe, not even barely self-sustaining, but you know what the one green flag I have in me is? I haven't played League of Legends once, and I feel like that is a really amazing green flag to have in someone. And yes, I know I said Riz and charisma, it's technically the same thing, okay? I'm doing my best here, cut me some slack. I need whatever green flags I can get, okay? Love me! Don't take that too seriously, though. Also, hi. I want to get stuffed like a turkey. Yeah, Frey. I mean, that can probably happen. I mean, I like mashed potatoes. You mean you like assed potatoes? Yeah. We love Frey. Hope you're doing well, though, man. I miss you lots. I'm genuinely really excited to see you and Nova and meet Drew. See all sorts of friends this next 2 weeks. I am going, like, so in the paint socially. I don't care how burnt out I am. I don't care how burnt out I am at all. But I guess to properly answer that question from the super chat donor from Grizzly, what is my favorite Thanksgiving dish? Because here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right now. I think turkey, just as a meat, as whatever it is, I've had the best turkey ever. I've had the worst turkey ever. Turkey overall is just kind of mid to me. I prefer like a nice roast chicken that has a lot more flavor in it. Turkey for me, as much as it's, you know, it helps put you to sleep and all that because of something in it. I don't know what it is. It's just, I've had it at its best. I've had it at its worst. It's just okay. It's just okay. So for me, I can throw that away easily. Actually, you know, this could segue into some little thing that we do today. Do you guys want to do a tier list? It's almost Thanksgiving. We could do a Thanksgiving dish tier list. Thanksgiving dish tier list. It's just something to do, honestly. Something to do in the meantime. Create a ranking Thanksgiving foods tier list. I mean, that sounds pretty fun. Look, it's just the thing. I'm so partial to like the turkey. For me, it's all about like the sides and letting them shine. Maybe this tier list will help me narrow down what on the Thanksgiving, you know, menu I prefer. Okay? Maybe that'll help me here. So let's do that. Let's go into present. There's barely any options on here. I feel like I need a deeper tier list. 50 foods, that's a lot better. Okay, we can work with this. We can work with this. This looks so much prettier now. Oh, I love that. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do a Thanksgiving dish tier list, okay? And you all have every right to be as judgmental as possible to me. Also, Grizzly, this is all your fault that we're doing this today. Thank you. Thank you. Any whore. Okay, so I meant for that to be a really cool transition, not gonna lie, in hopes that maybe the display capture would be on, but here it is now. Okay, there we go. Tier maker. We're doing a tier list of all the different dishes and things you can have on Thanksgiving. I don't know if this is all of them or if there are this many, but they all look amazing. I'm not gonna lie. They all look amazing. Sadly, no Thanksgiving here. Everyone is in Christmas mood. My neighbors already hung up their obnoxiously bright blue LED icicles. That is rancid. For me, the cutoff is after Thanksgiving you can put up your decorations. Not to say that you can or can't, but I'm just saying reasonably, and I've told my roommates this, we are not getting a Christmas tree till after Thanksgiving. I'd prefer to get it after MFF so that I'm not like in panic mode feeling I need to do a million different things at once. Because think about it this way. There's a lot that I have to do between now and MFF. I gotta clean my shit, literally and figuratively, pack, do Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, cook for those, get like a shit ton of videos together all ready, which takes a lot of fucking work, believe it or not, sadly. And I have all this other stuff to do in between, like holiday shopping. I gotta get my PC parts, so I've been on like the lookout every single day, which we'll actually go over this after the Thanksgiving tier list and everything. The parts that I'm gonna be getting in my PC. So it's just like, there's a lot to do. By the way, beta today, I found a game that you might want to check out if you haven't already seen it somewhere. It's called Finding Frankie on Steam. Is that like the Where's Frankie meme from like 2018 on Furry YouTube? Anyone remember that? Any ancient gray muscles here? I hate myself. Why do I do this to myself? I have a few games I actually want to play that are furry related. There was one that Frey actually recommended to me. I can't remember what it was called. And there was another one called like Abyssal or Abyssed or something that's out now. There's a few furry games that I actually want to give a shot, but honestly don't really have the money for it at the moment, so trying to save some money and then do it later. Try mouthwashing. At some point I want to. I've heard good things about it. Atlas was the game. Atlas was one of them. There was another one that released recently that Frey actually told me about. Can't remember which one it was, but regardless, I want to get on with his tier list and get started. First off, I don't know who put together this tier list, but they put red velvet cake at the top. I don't know if that at all is a Thanksgiving dish, but I think this tier list was made for me because red velvet cake is literally my favorite cake flavor, period. And before you say it, I do love cheesecake. I consider cheesecake more of a pie than anything else. I have my reasoning for that, but that's a take for later. Look, red velvet cake, it's instant S tier for me. That is my favorite dessert. Next up, biscuits. I agree. I'm going to put it in A tier, personally. I like biscuits, but you can get some really, really dry biscuits. Like, you can get some biscuits that really don't have much flavor or moisture, which, granted, it's not supposed to have moisture, but, you know, there's some, like, butteriness to it. Though I feel like that's more for, like, the, what is it, the croissants, which are actually here, the crescent rolls, as I call them, instead of croissants. Those are instant S tier for me. Any sort of holiday, if you have crescent rolls, you're sold. Like, you already have, like, the best holiday spread, period, regardless of whatever else follows. Crescent rolls are up there with one of the best, like, little bakery breads to have. I'm glad you all agree with me. And so far, we're on a roll with this tier list, okay? I'm like 3 for 3 with the decisions here. Maybe minus the biscuits, but I haven't really had biscuits during Thanksgiving, so that's... I feel like that's more of an area thing than anything else. Also, hi, Frosh Moss. Hope you're doing well, and hello, everyone popping into chat today. Hello, Rye. It's been a hot minute. Hope you're doing well. Love crescent rolls. They're a staple. It's one of those where they're easy to put together, too. And granted, you could do just, like, the dinner rolls. Those are also, in my opinion, a staple. If you don't have crescent rolls or biscuits, you have to have, like, one of these here. King's Hawaiian rolls? Okay, those as is are, like, instant A tier. Actually, I changed my mind. S tier. It's got the best of both worlds. It's got the sweetness. It's got the convenience. You can literally make a mini sandwich out of those things if you really want. Make some sliders. The dinner rolls, for me, on the other hand, I'm going to put them in... You're going to hate me, but I'm going to put them... You know, I'll give it a low A. I'll put them below biscuits, mainly because you can have some really bad dinner rolls. I've had some really bad dinner rolls before. They aren't really that great. They're either too sweet, too dry. No matter how much butter you throw on them, it's a bit of a mess. Also, Azume, thank you for the 48-month resub hunt. I greatly appreciate that. Go get some life jackets and beta 8 hearts in the chat, please, and thanks. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Hope the floaty burb is doing well as well. Nice to see you're doing a tier list stream tonight. Look, we got the idea from someone who asked me what my favorite Thanksgiving dish was, and then Frey said he wants to be filled like a Thanksgiving turkey. I mean, his favorite dish is mashed potatoes. Haha, yay. Oh, but either way, what's next? Ooh, Brussels sprouts? Okay. A lot of you are going to argue with me on this. Brussels sprouts, very underrated, and I do mean underrated vegetable in any sort of cuisine. Look, all you have to do, roast them in the oven, salt, pepper, olive oil, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, maybe some, like, cranberries. If you want to get fancy, add a little bit of goat cheese. You could go with some garlic. Literally, it's salt, pepper, garlic. SPG. You just need that, and you're golden. If you, like, roast them or air fry them enough to that they're crispy, it doesn't taste like a vegetable. It's just like a little snack. It's a crunchy little snack. I love Brussels sprouts. They're fantastic. Especially when you get them fresh, too. Like, there is a big difference. I think the reason why is people just haven't had good, fresh Brussels sprouts to begin with. Which, you know, understandable. I've had my fair share of just boiled Brussels sprouts with whatever pork chop that I'm having at the time. But these can be so good if you just dress it with some, like, balsamic vinegar, salt, pepper. Like, you can season the fuck out of it, and it's so forgiving. Same thing with green beans, wherever they are on here. I'm actually gonna put them in A tier. I prefer, because see, here's the thing. Green beans for me, if they come from a can, I don't want them. Canned green beans are so disgusting to me. I grew up with them, they were no fun. if we go with regular green beans, like, they can really fucking hit hard, and I'm telling you that right now. But other than that, that's the list so far. Butternut squash. See, that's the thing. I don't know why I love green beans and Brussels sprouts. I really don't like squash. I haven't had butternut squash soup specifically, and I think it's because of that fear of not liking squash. I'm going to leave it undecided for now. I want to see where the rest of the list goes, because I don't want to be that guy of just like, you know, I'm going to put it here and leave it there. I'd rather, you know, come back to it later, especially if I haven't had butternut squash soup. Does Jake Wear Panther have green beans? Does he? Does he like green beans? Is there some Jake lore that I'm missing today? I don't know. Green bean casserole is S tier. We'll get on to it, Redline. That is a bump in the road that we have not gotten to yet, and for good reason. Cranberry sauce, I'm gonna be honest, I'll take it or leave it. It's a staple to Thanksgiving, but most of the time I usually don't have it. Like, I'll be frank. I'd rather have it in like a dessert or something. Cranberry sauce is just it's eh. I don't know why. Whenever I think of like Thanksgiving dinner, I think of more like savory things. That's why I guess I'm more leaning towards that direction of it. Yeah, cranberry sauce, especially jellied cranberry, that is a tier below that. I'm glad that they put the two distinct differences in this tier list. Jellied cranberry and cranberry sauce, two different things. I still think cranberry sauce is better, but jellied cranberry, actually, you know what, I can't live with myself if I don't put it in the lowest tier. Jellied cranberry, as much as it, you know, is nostalgic, I'm good. I'm good. Green bean casserole, all right. You're gonna really hate me for this. Top of S tier. That, when it is done right, is my favorite dish during Thanksgiving. Besides, like, my grandmother's stuffing. Also, wait, they have distinctions? Stuffing and then sausage stuffing? Okay, you know what, never mind. We might have a higher S tier. I know we're jumping around a little bit, but sausage stuffing? Delicious. Better than green bean casserole. I could live off of these two alone just for Thanksgiving and be thrilled. I'd be thrilled with myself. But yeah, green bean casserole, I understand many people might not like it. That's the thing with me. And you guys already know this. I hate mushrooms. Textually. The texture of them, I don't like them. Flavor profile, it's got a lot to work with. So, like, mushroom flavoring in, like, the green bean casserole, that is a 10 out of 10. That is really good. Cranberries go really well with venison. I want to try that. I want to try that at some point, JD. It sounds delicious. Like, that's the thing. I know cranberry sauce is part of Thanksgiving, but I don't really know anything that goes well with it. Just doesn't mix well. Fun fact, there's an air pocket inside cranberries, and that's why they float. So cranberries are life jackets. That's what you just told me, is it not? Cranberries are life jackets. There you go. Yeah, I've never had venison before. That's the only thing. So I guess I haven't had it naturally with cranberries, so regardless. Roast turkey, I'll still put it in A tier. It's not a Thanksgiving dinner without the turkey. I feel like putting in like high A tier is much more appropriate, just because, you know, it can go severely wrong and it's still there. At least it's there. For me, it's more about just having it there rather than, you know, eating it all. But still, oh, they have mac and cheese and baked mac and cheese? Okay, I'm going to actually answer this right now. Here's my take for Thanksgiving in terms of mac and cheese. And we'll organize this later. Baked mac and cheese, S tier. Regular mac and cheese, A tier. Something about it being baked and having that crispy texture on top seems a bit more fitting for Thanksgiving. It seems so much more fitting and comforting with that season. So, like, that's the thing. You can make regular mac and cheese any day. Baked mac and cheese, I feel like you don't really have that unless it's, like, a cold, crisp evening in the fall or winter, and you just need something warm and easy to put together. Baked mac and cheese. So that's what that's what I see with the difference between the two. They're still great, but baked mac and cheese better than mac and cheese, at least for Thanksgiving. Cornbread. Ooh. Also, Thunder Darcy, thank you for the 42-month resub.
Mac and cheese on Ika 215 lick.
Look, mac and cheese is 10 out of 10. You understand that. I'm glad that we're all on the same page with that. But thank you for the 42-month resub, Thunder Darcy. I appreciate that. Go get some life jackets and bait 8 hearts in the chat. Hope you enjoy the emotes for a whole another month. We actually have some new emotes, by the way. The screaming emotes on here. They're pretty good. Don't worry, Turkey. I'm doing goose this year. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to, like, a Thanksgiving duck, you know? Thanksgiving duck actually sounds... I've never actually tried a full-on duck like that before. Granted, I wouldn't be opposed, but... I don't know, Thanksgiving duck, I don't know how that would be. That's something to figure out later. Cornbread, though, I like cornbread. It's just a bit too sweet for me. I put it in B tier, but above cranberry sauce. Okay? Okay, I'll take that. Corn on the cob, on the other hand, I've never actually had during Thanksgiving. I think it's okay. I mean, Thanksgiving is never really, I feel like, a clean, non-messy meal. So I can definitely see it as part of it. I'd probably put it in, like... I mean, if you do it right, too, and it's, like, charred corn, or, like, if you really want to go big or go home, make, like, elote street corn. That would be pretty good, but I'd still put it in C, in, like, B or C tier. Let's put it in C tier for now. And then we can adjust it from there. Spinach, like, just straight up spinach? That's the last thing that I would think of for any sort of holiday meal. I'd think more of, like, creamed spinach, which, like, I haven't had, but it feels more holiday than regular spinach, so I'll put it in C tier. Asparagus? Ooh.
Sip.
I used to really not like asparagus, but the vegetable has grown on me in recent years. Not even joking. I know your pee smells after that, and that sucks, but, you know, life sucks and we all die. Where'd I put this? I'd probably put it in B tier. I could actually see asparagus being served at a Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving meal. Baked beans topped with bacon. Ooh, that sounds good. Wait, where are the baked beans on here? I feel like baked beans would be pretty... There's no baked beans. I feel like baked beans would be part of some sort of Thanksgiving spread. Is it not? Huh. Oh, well. Creamed corn. I'll put it in the same tier as the creamed spinach. I feel like not many people show up to Thanksgiving with creamed anything. Unless it's like some sort of dessert, per se. I haven't really had creamed corn, so I don't know what to think of it. I think it's probably delicious, but I don't really think of it during Thanksgiving as like a... That's the thing, I'm not just taking into account the flavor and, you know, deliciousness factor, but also like the fittingness. How fitting is it during Thanksgiving? So that's part of this tier list. White gravy, I haven't really had it, but I kind of want it now. You know what? I'd put it in A tier. I feel like all the gravies in general, same with brown gravy, A tier as well. Because you can really bump up a dry, not yummy turkey with these gravies. Granted, I don't know if you'd use white gravy for this specifically. But it only makes sense, you know, if you have biscuits up here too, put the biscuits, put it with the biscuits. White gravy with biscuits, brown gravy, arguably more important than the roast turkey. because that is the essence of flavor from the turkey. Okay? I hope I'm making sense with a lot of this, too. I'm just going into this from the perspective of someone who has cooked a bunch and understands flavor and has had many different Thanksgiving experiences, minus having cream spinach and cream corn. I haven't had it at Thanksgiving, but still. White gravy, more breakfast thing, in my opinion. True. I can also see it definitely being served at Thanksgiving. I feel like I have been to a Thanksgiving where it has been served, but that's besides the point. Spiral ham versus ham. Does anyone know right now what the difference is between these two? Because I don't really. I don't know what the difference between spiral ham and regular ham is. And if anything, ham, I feel like, is more of like a Christmas thing. Like, you know, when you have ham on Christmas? That's at least what my family has done. But I don't know the difference between ham and spiral ham. I get you can probably have it during Thanksgiving. I'd still put it in, like, B tier, honestly. Both of them. Spiral ham uses brown sugar. Ooh, even more flavor. Okay, that's easy. Put it in A tier. A little bit more flavor. Smoked turkey. Wait, what about the roast turkey? What does smoked turkey taste like? I've never had a smoked turkey before. I'm gonna put that at the bottom and see what answers you guys have to say about it, because I'm not sure. I feel like if we were to place it anywhere, it would probably be an S tier. Like, if roast turkey, as is good, smoked turkey... I've only ever known smoking really, like, I guess, locks in the moisture, the juices, which is what you especially want with turkey since you can so easily dry it out. So that's why I'm thinking smoked turkey is above roast turkey in terms of flavor. Deep fried turkey? I see some people doing that, and then, you know, you get a grease fire started. Why do people do that? Is it actually delicious as, like, a deep fried meat? Do you like new rock bands like Imagine Dragons? Is Imagine Dragons a new rock band? I don't really listen to any new rock band artists, I guess. I mainly listen to, like, J-Rock and all that. I'm a weeb, okay? I don't know. I guess the only thing that I listen to that's semi-close to it is, Arctic Monkeys, I guess, maybe? Sort of. More like just one song. Either way. Oh, mashed potatoes, that's just pivotal. That is just all the most important part, I feel like. Actually, more important than the sausage stuffing. Mashed potatoes, part of the Thanksgiving experience. That goes in S tier. You can't go wrong with that. Baked potato and sweet potato. I feel like they're all just as good. But if I were to rate it, sweet potatoes are higher up than baked potatoes. But they're also in the same tier. Actually, you know what? I'll put baked potato in B tier, mainly because... Yeah, that makes sense. If we're going to put all the different, like, potatoes and whatnot in a different tier, mashed potato, sweet potato, baked potato, if we're ranking those individualistically. Which I know there's plenty more potato-esque dishes on here that we're going to have to take into account, but let's be real. Actually, you know, let's take it out. Let's get it over with already. Sweet potato casserole. That is also an S tier topping. That is topping side. And that's the thing, too. It's a side dish instead of a dessert. At least in my home, my household, sweet potato casserole is a side dish. I don't know why, because it tastes so much sweeter than some desserts I've had, but God, is it so good. It's so delicious. So goddamn good. So yeah, sweet potato casserole, easily S tier. Peas? Not really a fan of peas on their own. Also, I feel like they're much better greens to have during Thanksgiving, so I'm just going to put it in D for now. Cabbage? Never seen that at Thanksgiving. I'm putting that in D. Fried oyster mushrooms? That sounds neat. I'd try it. I'd put it in C. Deviled eggs. I put in A tier. Deviled eggs are pretty damn delicious. I'll tell you that right now. They're good. They're good. I don't know what people had against it. Every time I hear about deviled eggs, people usually have not great things to say about it, or they just make noises about it. Usually negative, non-receptive, not appreciative noises. Deviled eggs are good. They're good. I don't know what happened in the past few years where it got a bad rep, but these are delicious, okay? I don't know. Oh, now we got fried turkey. Oh, that's what you meant by fried turkey. It is actually on the tier list. I'm putting it in D because apparently it causes a lot of house fires, and every time I've seen a video of someone deep frying a turkey, it's engulfed in a grease fire. It's engulfed in flames. I don't really know how you deep fry or fry a turkey. I don't know how that makes it good necessarily either. I feel like it just dries it out so heavily. So yeah, collard greens. Okay, I'm putting this in S tier mainly because I wish this is at like my family Thanksgiving. I wish this was there more and more and more. Collard greens are so goddamn good. I'm putting it in S tier just because I want it more, okay? I want it more. That's just it. Wine? I don't really have wine or drinks on Thanksgiving. I feel like if anything's gonna put me to sleep, it's the turkey. So, you know, I'll put wine and any sort of sparkling beverage, any sort of boozy beverage in the middle, like the sparkling grape juice, see, cider spiced. That's actually a little bit better. I'll put it in A tier. I always thought that was an alcoholic beverage, but it isn't necessarily. Also, Shameless, thank you for the bits, by the way. I appreciate it. Pre-measure your oil, people, to skip the fire. Also, if done right, it's quite juicy and easy to cut. And never use water to kill a grease fire, flour, or sugar. Or you cover the lid. If there is a grease fire in something that can be covered with a lid, just cover it and let it sit there. Whatever you can do to minimize oxygen exposure will put out the fire. So you can use baking soda, you can use flour, you can use sugar, any sort of dry substance that will take the moisture out also, which is, you know, in the oil, will absolutely put out any sort of fire. Or just, you know, cover it. Anything to lower oxygen. Do not ever put water on a grease fire. That just makes it splatter and, you know, it gets even worse. Also, hi, Mochakeen. I hope you're doing well. How the wife and kids? How's your life doing? Hope you're being all floaty and safe and all that. Good to see you again. We're doing a Thanksgiving tier list, and I feel like it's going pretty well so far. I'm just kind of throwing them up here on the leaderboards, and then eventually we adjust them in time, which realistically you don't need to take like an hour to do this tier list. This is something fun to do. Roasted veggies? I'm gonna be honest, unless you season them, I'm kind of partial. Just in general, roasted veggies. That's the thing too, it's usually squash, zucchini, carrots. At least for me, those three vegetables need a lot of love and attention in terms of seasonings before they can even remotely taste good. That's just my opinion though. Been busy with animation school plus working on a visual novel. Oh, hell yeah. Sounds like you've been super busy then. Honestly, good on you. Proud of you for keeping busy, for keeping motivated, and getting a lot of work done. I mean, doing school and also working on, you know, your own personal projects, like outside of that, that's a lot of grind, a lot more than a lot of us are used to. So kudos to you for that one, honestly. I used to do, like, the whole YouTubing thing when I was in engineering college, and that was rough, so I understand that. I understand that entirely. But either way, rest of this tier list. Stuffing, I'm still going to put in an S tier. It's just not going to be as high as sausage stuffing. Actually, wait, no, I'll put it in A. Because sausage stuffing means that it's like its own homemade sort of stuffing. Stuffing, regular stuffing, usually means it's like box mix or something, which, you know, is usually the go-to that everyone uses. And that's okay. It's just a little too sweet. I like some savory saltiness with my stuffing, so sausage stuffing, yeah. Controversial tier list. This is not controversial. Trust me. This is just flavor-filled. This is a flavor-filled tier list. Have you had crab stuffing? No, but that sounds awesome. I'm assuming they use, like, fake crab meat, too, and it adds, like, a little bit of a sweetness to it, I'm assuming. Sounds good. What the hell are booty noodles? I'm gonna put this over here for now. What are booty noodles? Is that me? Am I booty noodles? I'd put myself in S tier. I'm just saying. I mean, they don't call me booty ooty delooty for nothing. I've never heard of booty noodles. That's got to be an area-specific thing. I mean, if I were to put it anywhere, maybe like C tier, but we'd have to adjust it later, so regardless. Are they thick? I mean, with a name like Booty Noodles, they've got to be fit. They've got to be. Potato salad? Oh, okay. I love potato salad. I gotta put it in D tier out of principle. Who the hell is serving that during Thanksgiving? Unless it's like supposed to be like a potluck style Thanksgiving, like a Friendsgiving, everyone brings something, and you have to bring something that isn't like the 20 other desserts there, and you bring potato salad. I don't know who's bringing potato salad during Thanksgiving, but it is not the season for that. Potato salad is like a summer, spring side dish, at least for me. It's such a summer thing. Like, I don't want to be reminded of the summer when I'm eating, you know, my Thanksgiving turkey. I looked up booty noodles and it looks like sludge. Well, proper tier for it then, I guess. Thank you for letting me know about it. Pumpkin pie, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's a staple to Thanksgiving again. I know we're extending our staples to Thanksgiving, and it's always has to have, like, green bean casserole, stuffing, sweet potato casserole, mashed potato, pumpkin pie. All this is just so good. It's chitlins, apparently? Oh. Still haven't had them, so I don't really know. Maybe back to C tier then. This is just... It's hard to really rank some of these when you've never really had them. That's all. That's all. Candied yams. I've never had these during Thanksgiving, but I feel like they're as good as they sound. At least that's my takeaway from it. Apple pie, I mean, S tier. Pecan pie, B tier. Apple pie is superior than pecan pie in every way. Pecan pie is pretty good. It's pretty rich, but it's good. I enjoy it. Sweet potato, ooh. Ooh, this is going to be a weird take. Pecan pie in C tier, sweet potato pie in B tier. Ooh, peach cobbler and banana pudding doesn't remind me of Thanksgiving, but they both go in A tier. Actually, no, banana pudding in S tier. Peach cobbler in A tier. And then butternut squash, I guess if I were to put it anywhere... I'm assuming it's very hit or miss, so probably middle of the line B tier. That is my Thanksgiving dish tier list. In terms of organization, I don't think it really matters, but I guess my most favorite thing that I would love to have every Thanksgiving would be either the mashed potatoes or the sausage stuffing or the green bean casserole. These three, if they show up, it is a game changer. Smoked turkey, I would love to have. A lot of these other ones kind of just don't really show up during Thanksgiving, even if they are good. Like collard greens, banana pudding, baked mac and cheese, red velvet cake. It's so coincidental. It's so situational if that shows up at all. In terms of the worst thing, my least favorite dish for Thanksgiving, at least one that I've had, would probably have to go to the jellied cranberry. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching the jellied cranberry. And especially if someone shows up with potato salad, I'll eat it out of courtesy, but it does not remind me of Thanksgiving at all. But in terms of that, that's my tier list for Thanksgiving dishes. Thoughts, opinions, critiques, criticisms? Any insults you want to throw at me? Still optional. You can if you would like. I don't know if this tier list really warrants it, but you could. You very well can. Thanksgiving memes? No, I've done that before. I appreciate the offer, but nah. Not really feeling like going over memes today, at least right now. I'm looking to kind of chill, relax, hang out. Maybe I'll do some marbles or something on stream while we hang out and chat. And I also want to go over my my PC part picker list, because I want to go over what PC parts I'm going to be getting and ask for some feedback, critiques, concerns on what I have. But a lot of it should be pretty much together. I just need to keep on the lookout for prices and price drops and all that. Damn, rolls and ham should be higher. See, I would like to, but I only ever associate ham with Christmas, and that's just how my family has done it. The dinner rolls are good, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're standout amazing, always like the best thing ever, because they can be so hit or miss. Least favorite is the baked mac and cheese my grandfather served when I was a kid, though probably because he always added mustard and made it too... Ooh, yeah. So here's the thing. If you don't add regular... Please tell me it was Dijon mustard, first off. If it's regular, like, bottled yellow mustard, what the hell was going into that baked mac and cheese to begin with? It was Dijon mustard. It adds a little bit of a kick to it, like a tiny bit, but you're only supposed to add a very minimal amount. You're not supposed to, like, coat the whole thing in Dijon mustard or anything like that. Canned cranberries in D tier, it's B tier, I'll die on the hill. That's fair enough. Honestly, fair on you. If you enjoy it, all the power to you. But at least for me, I did. Never really enjoyed it. Potato salad is D. It's because it's not really a Thanksgiving dish. Potato salad strictly reminds me of, like, the summer. You know, like, it reminds you of the summer, the warm vibe, spring, like a cookout, a picnic. Doesn't really remind you of Thanksgiving. But that's at least the take, set of tier list takes from me. Glad we got to do that. Thank you again, Grizzly, for recommending that, or I guess by proxy recommending that. He did like food with a lot of flavor, true. Oh, your grandfather did. Well, that's pretty good. That's good to hear, at least. It's just... That's so weird how... Mustard and baked mac and cheese. I feel like you'd only use it for, like, regular mac and cheese, like stovetop. Well, not, like, you know, boxed mac and cheese, but whatever you make in, like, a creamy... Like, you make the roux, you know? You know how you make, like, a roux before you do, like, anything else with it, and then you fold in the macaroni? No, like, you with the roux, you'd add in a little bit of Dijon for just, like, a tad bit of flavor. That's all. Or just to even things out. I could be wrong for all we know, honestly. I'm always wrong. You know that. you know that. Beta is always wrong. He is a YouTuber full-time. Haha. But either way, not really sure what to do now. I guess I could go over the little PC part picker list that I put together, and I want to ask for some feedback on it from you guys. Any PC aficionados in the chat, this is your time to shine, because I am building a PC that'll hopefully be future-proofed. As in, all the parts will be able to be replaced with other new upcoming parts, like a new CPU, new graphics card, whatever is new on the market, so that I don't have to keep making a new one every, like, 4 to 5 years, which the current PC that I have has been running since, like, 2020, give or take. So it's been well over, like, 4.5 years at this point. How to build a NAS guide? Lamel, don't. I mean, I've been told to build one, but I also refuse to. So either way, you know, let me just bring up what I have for the what is it, the PC part picker list so far. So the only thing that's being changed right now is the CPU. I did a little bit more research into the CPU. Not going to be getting the Ryzen 9 7950. I think that's what it was. I'm going to get the AMD Ryzen, I think it was the 780 X3D. If I wanted to, I could get the 7950X3D, but that is almost a $200-ish, $150 increase just for about like doing the give or take the same thing, minus like I guess double the cores. I've been told it doesn't make that much of a difference, but this is what I'd have for my main CPU as is. The AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. I was told to get that. Huh? It supports it. Oh, it needs a new BIOS update. Well, okay. Well, we fixed our problem somewhat. What's your budget? I don't have a budget. I just kind of need to get what I need and hope to God the prices drop throughout the week, especially for this bad boy right here, the graphics card, which is currently $1,000 just for the 4080 Super, which is probably what I need as an upgrade. So, yeah. But either way, this is what I've got so far for it. I did the only thing that will change potentially are the secondary storage drives, the Western Digital Black 4TB. Probably going to switch those over with like 4TB SSDs just because that is probably a bit cheaper and just as easy to install. Apparently no one uses HDDs anymore. But I do need a secondary drive because if you think about it, like I do have a lot of projects that I need organized properly. So probably going to end up with some sort of secondary storage that isn't these two, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys what would be a good alternative to this. I've been told do Seagate. I've been told to keep Western Digital. I kind of want to stick to Western Digital. Nova told me I should stick with some sort of what is it? SSD. But I got to figure that out. And supposedly I can get both of these for cheaper. And the reason why I'm getting two actually for my secondary drives inside my PC is because I want to run them, I think it's called in series. And basically what happens is, say one of these hard drives dies. If I only add one of them, all the data on that is pretty much gone. So anything that I had stored on here, gone. Well, if I end up running them in series, if one of them dies, the other one will at least hopefully stay on and keep all my information and data and whatnot stored inside it. So yeah. That's the way I see it. Also, thank you, Furry Fluteball. I appreciate that. Seagate always makes problems in my experience. That's what I've at least felt like. That's why I've steered clear of Seagate, or at least what I've been told. And plus, I've also had some Seagate external hard drives in the past that have just downright corrupted immediately, and I'm just not a fan of it. So yeah. Have you seen the Sonic Movie 3 trailer? Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I mean, I still gotta watch through the full thing of the first two movies. I've only seen the first and second movie in bits and pieces, but they're still pretty good. Third one should be exciting. I mean, especially because, you know, Keanu Reeves is Sonic, like, or not Sonic, Shadow. I mean, like, come on. That's perfect. That's perfect casting. Either way, I'm probably going to replace these at some point. So I wanted to ask your guys' opinions or thoughts or recommendations for what I should go for the secondary hard drives. So right now, everything that's kind of set. The RAM is good. That's easy. 64 gigabytes. Motherboard, I was told to get this one because it's the one that can be future-proofed, at least with the ATX AM5 on it. Don't know what that means. CPU cooler was recommended. This will pretty much go for that. CPU in and of itself, I was told to go with the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. I don't know if I really want to spend the extra $150 for double the cores, or if that really makes a difference in the end. I really don't know. And I've been trying to do some sort of benchmarking between the two, and it just seems so 50-50 between the AMD Ryzen 9 9900X versus the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. It's just I'll probably just go with this, honestly. Graphics card is fine. SSD, fine. That's going to be my main storage drive for like games and projects. Mid-tower case, I think this fits everything. Power supply, golden, go with Seasonic Focus. The only thing that I'm really worried about that I want to look into, or at least get some feedback on, or like if I need any, I guess, additional cards, like an internet card, if I need an extension to, or a USB extension plug-in thing, like, you know how you can have a little card that has a bunch of other USB slots. I want more of those, probably in like USB 3.0 at least. I don't know where to look for one of those. I don't know if I need an internet card or an internet router, because the one on my PC, I have to plug like a little, this screwable in little antenna that goes on the top of my PC. It looks kind of ugly. I don't really want to do that, so I don't know if I need that for this specific motherboard per se. But other than that, I don't know what other sound cards, wired network adapters, wireless network adapters, or things that I need here. Don't know what I need for expansion cards, or what you guys would recommend. I, at the very least, need like a USB increase supply thing, just because I'm going to have full body tracking. I have all these USB slots that need to be filled. So yeah, go with known, hard, reliable equipment. See, that's the thing. I don't know what's reliable in terms of the USB extension card. PCIe, PCLE, whatever the fuck the term is supposed to be. But regardless, that's what I got for now. In terms of storage for the secondary drive, that's kind of what I wanted to figure out tonight before we end up ending stream whenever that is. Also, have a good night, Disco Dragon. Take care, and thanks for vibing out with us. Thanks for vibing and hanging. Also, is my chat on? I don't know if chat is picking up anything. That's weird. Would have hoped that it was. Yeah, chat box is working. Oh well. But in terms of secondary SSDs, I really don't know. Maybe I go for rating then? Western Digital, black. That's 2 terabyte capacity, 124. Find a USB card with multiple controllers, because some of the cheaper USB cards will put all the ports onto one controller and it will saturate with VR. Ooh. WD Blue SA510. So let's narrow it down to Western Digital. SA510. There we go. Oh. Well, that's supposedly a lot better. I always put them in the SATA builds. Huh. It's not really highly rated, though. That's the only downside that I feel like with that would be not great. Regardless, what I'd probably end up needing if I'm going to have like a 4 terabyte... So Xanacor, thank you for the raid. Greatly appreciate that, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Life Stay Jacket, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. What were you getting up to on your end? How are things? How are the wife and kids? How's life? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to put in this PC of mine. Oh, DBD2 V8. It's still going? I thought it was almost over. Or at least it had like one more week left since like last Tuesday. But knowing them, they probably extended it. Let's be real. Let's be real. They probably extended that whole game mode, knowing how many people still play the game. I believe it ends on the 28th. Oh, that makes sense. They probably extended it then. That's funny, though. Oh, behavior. I mean, that's the only reason I play DBD is because of 2v8, so there's that. But yeah, I'm building a new PC from the ground up just because the one that I have is dying, like downright dying. Have you considered alchemical parts? What are alchemical parts? I'm also just trying to figure out what I want as the secondary drive. I'd probably want to run 2 in series. So I'd probably have 2 of these Western Digital Blue SA510s. It's not 4 terabytes like what I had as the other option. You could do 4 of the SSDs and have them in RAID 5 for parity. What's RAID 5? What is RAID 5? I don't know if I need 4 backups of the same drive. I think what I'm just looking for is space mainly, because like to put into perspective, I have a what is it? I have two 2 terabyte hard drives running in series for like my secondary drive, my SATAs, and the way they work is or not the way they work. At least what I had is like about 3/4 of that space is already being taken up by stuff. So that's why I'm thinking, do I have enough space in the 2 terabyte drive? That'll be good. But then I'm also having the 4 terabyte SSD as my main hard drive, so that's another one. I wish you luck with Western Digital. I've never had one of their HDD or SSD last longer than a year. Oh, geez. I'll probably have to ask a friend about the secondary hard drive then. Like, ask for overall, like, because I'm trusting JD's opinion, I'm trusting other people's opinions. It is just, it's hard to figure out which one I want to go for. Also, yeah, I'd be down to play some DBD sometime, Zan. I hope you had a good stream on your own. If we haven't already, could we get a shout out for Zan? Are we doing shout outs on Twitch at all? Any mods? I actually didn't even check. Are mods here in stream today? I think we should be able to get a shout out. Don't know if we have already. I don't think we have gotten a shout out yet. Oh well, let me do that real quick. Shout out Zan. There we go. But thank you for the raid. I do greatly appreciate you sending your community over. It means a lot. I'm just trying to figure out this whole fucking PC thing, especially if I'm going to be looking for, you know, deals on parts. I want to get the right parts. Basically, you get 4x 2 terabytes. You have 8 terabytes in RAID 5. Any drive can fail without data loss. So you have 8 terabytes working all at once. I don't know if I have the budget to be able to buy 4 2 terabyte drives. As much as I would like to, I don't really know if I can reasonably swing it. That's why I'm thinking like, oh, you know, maybe if I get 2 of the 2 terabyte drives, then I can, you know, at least swing that to run both of them and have, like, that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's still something to figure out. I'll just add 2 of these for now and then hope to God that this is what I need. Worst case, I can switch it up. Again, the external storage is, like, kind of a secondary thing at the moment that I'm trying to figure out, but in time I will figure it out. But regardless, this is what I have for a build, and it's actually a little cheaper than I thought initially. Unless prices for some just aren't listed. I mean, it's already outside of my budget, but, you know, that's life. Personally, I would 2x 2 terabyte myself, but I thought this would make sense for a content creator. Yeah. Look, I know nothing about PC building, so that's why I'm just trying to take into account my actual storage space that I have and how much more I need. Because right now I have my 2 terabyte SSD as my main drive, and 2 terabyte SSDs running in series, so that you have a 2 terabyte drive just running in general. So 4 terabytes in total, and I'm still running out of space. That's kind of been my problem so far. So that's why I'm like, at least have the main SSD able to hold a lot of the, you know, games and whatever I need to run on the hard drive, and then my secondary drive can just be whatever other backup things I need. Like, say if I have a video project that I need to store for a little bit, just throw it on that secondary drive. Also, thank you, Zyder. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Curb running 2 terabyte Kingston KC600s. Fair enough. I'll probably do a little more research into the secondary drive and what the proper terms are for it. But this is what I have for now, and I'm keeping on the lookout for whenever price changes happen, especially for this big boy. Hopefully the price drops for the 4080 Super, because I do not desperately want to pay $1,000 just for the graphics card. I've also been told that going with the 4080 is just a bit more superior than going for the 4090, at least in price point versus performance. Also, I heard about looking up the RX 7900s That's what one of my roommates is actually going for her PC build, but honestly, as much as I trust your opinion with a JD, I'm trying to go with stuff that I, like, am comfortable with already. Like, taking the jump into AMD when I made my first PC was already bold of me to do as is because I didn't trust it. Because my first AMD graphics card was a nightmare and did not work at all. So that's why I had, you know, this very bad opinion of running with AMD graphics cards in general. So that's why for me, I wanted to stick with, you know, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX and then whatever number after that. I'm like, yep, they can take my money, whatever it is. But maybe next build I'll look into it if they end up, I guess, taking the cake as being the bigger graphics card provider or the bigger competitor. I'm glad that they've had a recent glow up in recent years, but honestly, I'm just trying to go for like what's safe and what I know because I just need something that will be future-proofed and will survive hopefully longer than the PC that I've had currently, which the PC I've had currently has worked wonders. It's still a very, very good build. It's just unfortunately running on its way out from time to time, so that's why perfect time of year, get some deals on some PC parts and then figure it out. But case that I have, pretty straightforward. Power supply, pretty easy. Graphics card, SSD. Pretty much everything here minus these two things are all there. Which I did actually add all of these parts individually to Throne if you guys want to check them out yourself or want to see like the links to them. Either to check them out for your own PC or, you know, just because Throne is Throne and you already know what that does. And yeah, gifting stuff to streamers. Yippee! But yeah. I just want to let you guys know I have that, and then I have these linked on my Throne if you want to check them out yourself. But yeah. I'm running on an RX 7600. It's doing good for me. That's good to hear. I know my 2080 Super or 2070 Super, I think is what I have, is doing okay. It's just certain games it can't stream and record at the same time, or even have OBS open while playing it sometimes. That kind of sucks about it, but yeah. Regardless, this is what I have for my PC build, and I'll probably work things out within the future. I was just told that I should go with an X3D CPU. The main reason being is I do a lot of like heavy video editing, graphics processing, and especially VR chat stuff. Apparently X3D is pretty good for that compared to just going with a regular 7800X or 9900X. I've heard some really, I guess, skewed, not great things about the Ryzen 9 9900X. But I'm not necessarily sure to the whole extent of that. Either way. Also, Ben, if you could not be spamming emotes in the chat, I'd appreciate it. No really need to do that. But yeah, that's kind of my PC build for now. And that's what I'll hopefully not have to spend as much on come this this next week, you know. All I know is if my PC can run Helldivers 2, I'm happy. That's the thing about me in my PC. I cannot run Helldivers in full quality, so I don't even know what the game looks like in its best quality. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, I don't know what Helldivers 2 looks like in its full quality, because my graphics card cannot handle it. That is where we're at, unfortunately. Also, hi, Snibbles. Hope you're doing well. Meowdy howdy to you. We just did a little Thanksgiving tier list, and then we went over the PC parts that I chose for my build, which I did kind of decide on going with the X3D Ryzen 7 series, just because X3D is supposedly the better one for me to go with for what I need. So, regardless, that's pretty much what we've done today, and we could probably just chill out, play some Morbles, and chat, which is what I usually like doing with y'all, so could just do that. Doing costume work still. Ooh, what kind of costume work you doing? Is it for like a fursuit thing? Is it for like an event coming up? Is it for like a cosplay thing you got going? I'm curious. Well, let me see if I can get some Morbles going. At least just to have it on in like the back while we're just hanging out. Lion costume with Celtic Christmas attire for Ren Fair. Oh yeah, you're doing the Ren Fair. Well, I hope it goes well. I'm sure everyone's gonna love the fit. Like that, a Celtic lion costume. It looks so fucking cute. It sounds so cute. Though, to be fair, whenever I think of anything Celtic, I think immediately of Celtic Guardian from Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's just me. Either way, let me get some Morbles started. I was originally going to play, like, some furry game today, but honestly, not really feeling in, like, a gaming mood. I've been more motivated to just, like, get work done and then, like, fix my sleep schedule when I can, so that's been more of my attention in the past however many, you know, weeks. So, yeah. I got the head base I model printed, and thank you working on the pause now. Hell yeah! I'm sure it's gonna look great, Snib. Be sure to send me pics when you have it all finished up. I'd love to see it. Pog partnership? I don't need any of this, but thank you, Morbles. I'm good. Why is my model lagging? I only have Morbles open. This is the only game I have open, and apparently my CPU is overloading. If you ever wanted to know how amazing my PC is in terms of all this stuff, yeah. Oh wait, never mind. I turned off display capture. That immediately, well, I say that now, and the issue has only just gotten worse. Hello? I love how when I minimize VC face, it immediately just starts lagging. That is so funny. Oh, what a mess this PC is. I cannot wait until I manage to get this new one. Hopefully soon. Though, to be fair, I will be kind of gone in the next few weeks because, you know, MFF and traveling and holidays and all that. So there's going to be a lot of things, you know. A lot of things I'll be doing. Now I got to check my task manager. What is causing my model to break? Is it just Morbles? That's so weird. It shouldn't be that laggy, but I guess it is. Oh, well. I mean, we're only just playing Morbles after all. Nothing that prominent. But also, if you're on Twitch, ! Play in the chat if you'd like to join and chat and chill. If you need an opinion on some PC things later on, you can ping me on Discord. I appreciate it, JD. And I appreciate the advice today and all the help you've been given on Twitter and just, you know, ideas with parts and what I should keep in mind. Because I have kept a lot of this stuff in mind, but I'm just trying to take into account 1, cost of the build, and 2, longevity, and 3, just overall comfortability with what I know. Because, like, obviously there are some brands that I want to stick with. There's some brands that I want to, you know, keep on the lookout for. Some I want to stay away from. So that's just kind of my way of thinking with regards to all of it. But yeah, feel free to join the race. I'll probably start it up in a little bit, and we'll just hang out, vibe. If you have any questions for me, happy to answer it. Don't really have any big announcements or anything. Just been working hard on videos. I got to get another one out, hopefully tomorrow or sometime, at least this week. I was thinking maybe Wednesday at this point, but, you know, I got to figure out the thumbnail for it. Got to get a bunch of other work done. It's a bit of a hassle. Work is work, but the next video should be hopefully a very, very nice one. A very heartwarming one. Good soup video, as I like to call it. I guess the only question I might have for any YouTube creators in the chat, has anyone, if you've been posting YouTube shorts, have you noticed the algorithm just is not picking up any videos? I've found it so weird that some uploads of mine, some YouTube shorts of mine, just will not be pushed to the shorts feed. And I'll see it in the analytics where a lot more of the views come from like browsing features compared to like the shorts feed. And I don't know if it's because there's an overabundance of, you know, already trendy creators getting their videos posted or recommended. But at least with a shorts algorithm, it just hasn't been working in my favor for me. Like literally the past, like however many shorts I've uploaded to YouTube have been 10 of 10. Don't know why that's happening, but you know, that is, I guess, the unfortunate fate of whatever YouTube algorithm change has happened. But I'm just curious to see, because I'd like to, I like getting feedback and, you know, gathering, I guess, other perspectives when it comes to the changing landscape that is my job to some extent. But yeah. Configuring a PC is not just throwing together a parts list. It's pretty personal. There is no one-size-fits-all. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Definitely feel that. That's why I'm just trying to be very careful about what I choose, and I don't want to just kind of wing it. I want this PC to work well. I want it to be functional. I don't want to worry about more PC issues, at least for a long while. I want to take care of it all. And I think someone asked as well if I do end up, will I end up streaming my PC being built? Honestly, I have no clue because I'll be having two of my friends who are very knowledgeable in PC building helping me out with putting together my PC. But that is a time in the future that I haven't even planned or figured out yet. I'm just trying to get through getting the parts first and, you know, cry when I see that dip in my bank account later. Because of how expensive everything is. But that is the world we live in. And you know, you got to think about it this way. What I'm getting is a business investment to some extent. Like, I can't work without the proper hardware in my rig to be able to support it. So I do need to be able to upgrade and get things working. I almost spent a month on configuring mine, especially I also wanted it to be as long-lasting as possible and without any RGB at the same time. Yeah, that's also fair. I also learned the hard way recently. I shouldn't put any black parts into a white PC or white PC case, at least when it comes to I guess making it look nice. If I want a white PC case, then I need like white PC parts. At least from the advice on a friend, which I definitely see that now. Though at the end of the day, I'm looking for less of visibility and more functionality. I don't care if it looks not great. I just want to make sure it's all tidy and good looking inside, that it functions well. And that's pretty much it. But either way, let's run the first race. And then we'll get into the next few. I got black and white case and it's fine, just a contrast. That's fair enough. I know colors and you know, designs don't really affect too much in the long run. It's just more of a priority thing. I chose a case without a window because I know that I smash it at some point on MVR. That's what I worry about sometimes whenever I see those cases with like the glass windows on them. Not to say that I would, you know, destroy the glass case on my PC. It's just one of those where I feel like it's inevitable to get smashed just because of how exposed it all is. But yeah, honestly, not opposed to that. The only reason why I'd want to do it is to see if like anything immediately is not turning on, and then I'm like, okay, so that's the issue with this PC. That's no good. The graphics card isn't lighting up when I start up the when I start up my PC. That's probably not a good sign. So you can kind of narrow down the problem from there. Also, what the hell is with this track? It's so weird and clunky. Either way, how was you guys' weekend? What did you guys end up doing? I went to a furry, I guess kink event is the best way to call it. I don't really know what the proper title or name for it is, but it was like a furry kink bar event that I went to in like New Hampshire. And honestly, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Did my ball just teleport? Oh, it did teleport, huh? But yeah, ended up going to rip me. Oh well. That sucks to be beta. But what was it? I went to it this weekend in hopes of trying something a little different because, you know, truth be told, I haven't been out at any point during a weekend. Like, I've just kind of stayed at home and gotten more work done with videos and streaming for the past, like, 3 weeks since, like, FurPoc. So I'm like, okay, we gotta, like, get back out there because if we don't socialize till MFF, we're going to be filled with anxiety through and through. So that's why I decided to go out go to this bar event that I was invited to. I ended up getting the last available ticket for it because they had geez, only like 3 people beat the race. That's what a fun track. What a fun track. I remember waking up on like Saturday mid-morning to afternoon. Film content at the Kink Furry event. Eduardo, I say this in all due respect, but I want you to think about that question and really ask, would I have done that? Or did I do that? But, sorry. But yeah, I ended up waking up to my friend Towson calling me at like 11:30 in the morning to the afternoon. He's like, Beta, you got to buy a ticket now. I'm like, why? I thought, you know, this would be one of those events that doesn't sell out. He's like, yeah, there's like 1 ticket left. There's like 2 left. I'm going to get mine. You get yours. I'm like, okay. And I ended up getting the last ticket for the event to be able to go. And the reason why is because it was already at capacity. So many folks from, like, I guess Canada were coming down to the event to hang out and party with people, and everyone was having their own sorts of things, even after, like a post party after the party. But ended up going, did a little bit of pre-gaming with my friends, went and got some sushi, which was fucking delicious. Didn't actually post it, but you know, trust me, it was really good. It was just like fried shrimp roll, eel and avocado roll. I ended up downing a scorpion bowl for 2, except the scorpion bowl for 2 wasn't for 2, it was just Beta. I had a moment where I was like, that's it, I'm drinking for 2. But you know, I wanted to let loose and have a good evening, so ended up having a nice meal with a friend to catch up. And then we went to the event, and then it got kinky as usual, you know, furry bar event. I mean, it was kinky from the get-go, but you know, I decided to get in a bit more provocative attire. Will not explain what that was, but I just kind of decided, you know what? Who gives a fuck? Live your best life. Let's see if this outfit works. And you know what? It did. And I got a lot of compliments. I had people who were like, yo, Beta, that's not my thing, but that is hot as fuck. Your confidence is like through the roof. Good on you. And I'm like, thank you. And you know what? I was pretty happy with myself with it. I was pretty happy and proud with myself with it. It went well. It went really well. And I got some really stellar fucking pics, let me tell you. They looked amazing. Which I'll hopefully be able to post them on my appropriate accounts later. But regardless, it was a really good night. It was one of those where, again, you know, I just ended up extending my social boundary. Not to the extent of, you know, passing boundaries where I make someone else uncomfortable, but it's more of the way of, you know, if the only way to get past social anxiety is to keep pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone even a little bit. And that's what I try to do with every social event, try to step out of it by trying some new thing that I normally wouldn't do. Not in a sense of like, okay, don't have common sense and do this dumb thing, but more just like say hi to that person that you think is really cute or really hot, dance with them, put on some different outfit. And that's what I ended up doing, and it worked wonders for me, honestly. That confidence like did so much to help. It did so much to help. But I ended up having a good evening. I partied, I danced, had a bunch of tink tinks, had some really good food. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys that super mega thing after this stream, or after. Well, we'll probably do this after Morbles and all that, because I was remembering my friend showed it to me, and it made me think of something I want to mention to you guys, which is kind of funny. But outside of that, I had a really good weekend. Also, Dusky, thank you for Dusky and Helljumper. Dusky and Helljumper, thank you for the raids. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you both had good streams on your guys' end. You didn't really miss much here. I went over Thanksgiving favorite dishes, went over my PC part picker list, and now I'm just chilling playing Marbles. But if we could get some shoutouts for Helljumper and Dusky, I would greatly appreciate it. Both lovely beans, good streamers, good soup certified. Hope you two had good streams. What were you both up to? Was this like a planned raid on both of your guys' ends? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Look, you're welcome to bully me as much as you like, Hell Jumper. I mean, you learned this earlier today. you learned this earlier today. Either way, I'm just doing my usual thing, hanging out and chatting, because honestly, I have no other big plans, and I'm not really sure what else to do for big plans. I'm just kind of here to exist. And that is it. That is I. Nothing more. Nothing less. Also, hi, Slinky. Hope you're doing well, hun. Welcome on in. Hope all is well with you. Also, I've been yapping on for a bit too long. Let's get this race started. Let's jump right in. Oh God, this is the fucking long one too. It's the one that's like 3 to 4 minutes long. Oh God. I guess the only other thing that I ended up doing on what is it? Sunday is when I woke up, Gail ended up making breakfast for all of us. She made waffles, and they were really good. And then I had to drive a friend to work, and then I drove home, and then I pretty much relaxed all day and caught up on Arcane. And let me tell you, it's getting really good. I finished Season 1 with a few friends, then we jumped into Season 2. The music in Season 2 fucking so good. Like, every single little piece is just banger after banger after it's so good. That's why I hope I can get my hands on the soundtrack soon, just so I can add it to my Spotify playlist. It sounds amazing. Also, I'm sorry to hear, Slinky. Well, make sure to get some rest. Get some good soup inside you, relax. Do small things to decompress and chill. You know? I hope I hope things get better for you. I'm here to give good pets. Good pets. I want ice cream. Ice cream's pretty good. Go and get some ice cream for yourself. Whatever your favorite ice cream is, treat yourself with that. You know? You should if you can. Also, I'm doing pretty good, Night Fox. Just relaxing, chilling, hanging out, chatting. That's really it. Just doing my thing. I feel bad that I don't have, like, any big announcements or anything like that either. I guess it's just one of those times of years where I guess my big projects have already been, like, kind of done. Rather than me talking about doing them, I've already done them. It's so weird. I usually have, like, big plans and things to talk about, but I've already done all my big plans. Guess the only thing to really do now is relax and enjoy the holidays as much as you can. And then, of course, you know, as most YouTubers do, figure out what the next big thing is to do. The big thing. That's the endless grind. Figuring out what that next big project is. The big hit. And then you know what happens after that video's done? You think about the next big video or the big hit. It's a little exhausting, I will say, but when you are creative, naturally it works out. I honestly, for a while, aspired to be a YouTuber, then I realized how much work it required and lost interest in doing it. Yeah. It's one of those things where if you treat it as a fun thing without worrying at all about, like, perception of, like, the views and people coming back, and you really don't care about the algorithm or anything, then yeah, have fun with it. But, like, honestly, you kind of have to the extent of you want people to watch your stuff. So you have to worry about appeasing the algorithm. You like, even if you want to upload a video once a month or something, you worry that, oh, people won't come by to the next video because, you know, you'll be out of the algorithm, you won't be relevant, and it won't push your videos. Because it's not even anymore where the algorithm pushes your videos based on who is subscribed to you. They push it out to people who are willing to watch your video, who they think will watch it. And it's just, that's the name of the game at the end of the day, to make money. YouTube would rather put out the stuff that will actually get clicks and views and likes and interactions and get people to watch for more hours of the day, which at the end of the day, what they try to sell is something to buy people's time, to buy time from them, investment. So it doesn't always line up with just anyone who wants to do it. It's sad, but, you know, it's the reality of it. Same thing with Twitch. I mean, with Twitch, at least on the other hand, I don't go into it with any big plans unless I do have a planned stream and just kind of enjoy it for what it is. That's really it. But, you know, I'd highly recommend giving it a shot if you haven't already. You know, YouTube is one of those things where you can enjoy it for what it is. You can go into it and try it, and if you don't like it, that's okay. You know, if it becomes too much, that's cool. Everything, all in hindsight, even when it comes to hobbies, is a lot of work. So that's something to take into consideration whenever you're starting some new creative endeavor, some new hobby or anything. For some reason, YouTube never put your vids on my feed. I always search them up manually when ping over on Discord or Telegram. That's so weird. I mean, it's probably just because of what you do end up watching at the end of the day. Like, I think that's just how, unfortunately, the little niche is handled, now that I think about it, with, like, furry category on YouTube. Whenever a friend of mine has said they've looked at one of my videos, just one, like, watched one, the rest of their feed ends up being nothing but, like, furry content, furry YouTube videos. And so they stop watching the rest of that content and may only watch what is there from, like, me. So when it shifts back to that other, you know, recommendation system for what they end up watching outside of that, their algorithm for, like, furry stuff goes away. And I think it's just because I'm within that furry niche still, like, that it very aggressively recommends furry YouTube video content compared to just, like, recommending me as my own thing. I don't know if that makes any sense, and it could also just be major assumptions with how the algorithm works, but honestly, it's just... I've seen it, especially in the shorts category. Shorts just do not do as well as I guess they used to, unless it's like a big hit or it just magically does well in, you know, the feed. So it's really weird to see. I don't know. Regardless, though, I totally understand, you know, having to look up my name or anything. That's why I do have the appropriate channels for, like, YouTube video notifications. I post whatever videos, links, notifications to YouTube, Twitch. Not really Twitch, but more like Twitter and Telegram channel, social media. That's what I try to keep in mind. People want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, so giving them the platform to be able to see that is a lot easy. The algorithm is crazy. No one knows how it works. It's like, damn it, if people are subscribed to my stuff, just, like, show them my stuff. But it can't be that simple at the end of the day. But you know me, going on my usual tangents about YouTube. Maybe I should start some sort of other hobby come this, like, next year. Not as, like, a New Year's resolution, but just as, like, something else to, like, do something different that isn't just, you know, YouTube videos. Talking about whatever topic, drama, discussion. It'd be nice to try something different, but I've also been, like, trying to soul search in terms of what that next hobby is. Because I tried drawing. Could probably pick it up again and do still fine with it. But it doesn't really call to me like video editing stuff does, making videos. You should get into drone flying like me. Hey, fair enough, you know, a little bit of bias there. I appreciate the suggestion. I've never actually flown a drone before. But it always looks neat whenever I see those videos of people doing, like, I guess, drone parkour. Don't know if that's necessarily that kind of drone flying. It's probably a subcategory, but sounds fun. Maybe doing an outside sport would be nice. Getting outside would probably be great. I'm getting a Steam message right now. Monty's inviting me to Deadlock. He knows I can't play Deadlock with OBS open. I'd love to join him if I could, but unfortunately I cannot. He's inviting me, though. So sad. The one time I wanted to join. The one and only time that I wanted to, and I'm streaming. Also, thank you for the bits, Holgzak. I appreciate that. Greetings, fellow Life Jacket user. Tomorrow is National Cake Day. Oh! That means I should probably get some red velvet cake. I have to check my local cake place and see if they have, like, a deal on cake. I would love a red velvet cake. Also, hi, Jake. Hope you're doing well, hon. Can we get a shout-out for Jake Werepanther? And also, if we haven't gotten a shout-out for either Dusky or Helljumper since the timer has been up, if we could get a shout-out for them, I'd appreciate it. But hope you're doing well, Mr. Werepanther. How are the wife and kids? Hope you're staying floaty and inflatable like me. I mean, now I am. Aha! Haha! I'm also really sad that you can't beat me up and, you know, beat the crap out of me till I cry in the corner, you know. Still really upset about that, but, you know, I totally understand boundaries and all that, you know. But I hope you're doing well, Jake. I saw you send me a message with, like, 2 photo attachments. I'm assuming that's food pics, and I can't check that out right now, because I don't want Telegram to pop up on my screen. What do you mean, huh? What do you mean, huh? What are you talking about, huh? What if I want you to beat me up, okay? Hmm? Look at. One can dream, can he? Ah! One can dream and dream of hearing, can't he? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that, random person. You'll That's love right. The food pics. All right, you know what? Let's gamble right now. Will my Telegram show up on screen? It did not. Let's go. Okay, so I can check out my Telegram. What is that? Oh, is that like a little plate of candied bacon? That sounds that would hit the spot. Oh, and you're having what is that other drink? Is that like a bourbon or something? Because there's an orange, like there's caramelized sugar on an orange in that drink. That's got to be some sort of like smoky drink or like a bourbon. There's no way it isn't. Did you get candy bacon and bourbon? That sounds amazing, Jake. Thank you for the pics, by the way. Next time I get some good food, you know I'm going to send you pics. Though I did this last weekend when I got my sushi. God, it sounds so good. And you got a fucking burger, too? Oh, wait, no, that's a little patty melt thing. That looks amazing. Those fries look so good. What the fuck, Jake? God, you're making me want Tink Tinks, and I can't. It's Monday. Jake's making me envious right now with these goddamn pics. He's making me envious right now. I need some good noms and some good drinks, okay? Some good Tink Tinks. But, here's the thing. We're going to be getting some good Tink Tinks at MFF, you and me. I'm excited for that. You, me, Cody, and friends. We're going to be getting some good Tink Tinks. I'm looking forward to it. I know that is happening at the very least. And that is going to be fucking delish. Oh. I'm glad it was good, Jake. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well even outside of the good noms and whatnot. I miss you lots. And hopefully I'll see you in VR this weekend. I think I should be around this Friday. I don't have any big plans besides, you know, stream and whatnot, but I'll be around. It's just Saturday I have my Friendsgiving to go to, which I obviously will not be in VR, but Friday, we go hard, so that Saturday I can go harder. Tink Tinks with Beta. I love Tink Tinking with Jake. He's good soup friend, okay? You can't see it right now, but I'm doing the bottom pointy fingers thing. Also, Holgzak and Random Person, I appreciate the bits. Also, just in the future, if you could avoid spamming individual bit alerts, I'd appreciate it. But regardless, I do appreciate you. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. You'll be around this weekend? Good. Good. Then I get to see your face in VR before I see your face IRL at the con. Fun fact, if you rearrange the stacking, you could fit 140 Tic Tacs in a box of 100. Interesting. I mean, I don't know what that really means for anything. It could add to that narrative of, you know, like the chip bags. You know the chip bags where you get a bag of chips and then, like, only a quarter of it is filled, but it seems like more is in it. It's just... It's weird. Also, Loco, welcome on in. I haven't seen your content in years, but your second channel popped up on my timeline, and I'm shocked you have more Sonas than just Maverick now. Well, hell yeah! I'm glad that you enjoy what I do on there. I mean, I'm glad that you saw my stuff now, because, you know, it means that something's working with the algorithm, even if it isn't on my main channel. Which, that's the thing I think I've realized what I want to do with my 2 channels, by the way. Main channel, Beta Ada Delota, is just like the high-quality content, YouTube stuff, very organized, well put together. Boodle's channel is more like stream highlight, fun stuff that we do that isn't necessarily furry, but is still fun nonetheless. which honestly, I've been having a ton of fun with doing. The Boodles channel has been, as much as it's its own little fun thing, it's kind of like my own creative outlet outside of, you know, obligations. I want to say it's crazy someone counted out 140 Tic Tacs, but also I can definitely see myself doing that. I would do that. I kind of want to test that now just for the sake of it. Just saying. Hulk Zach is giving me some ideas. Just saying. Also, hi Bebop. Hope you're doing well. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you, mister. Isn't it great how I said your name the right way instead of the... Bebo. It's Bebo. Either way, let's get this race started. I've been digressing for a bit now. But yeah. Honestly, not much to talk about on my end. Protective air only works in life jackets, not in chick bags. Exactly. Fun fact, Tommy Innit played furry games and reportedly liked it. This was just told to me by a friend of mine. I do not know if it is true or not. That I wouldn't know. I have not seen one piece of Tommy Innit media at all. Like, at all. So I don't know what he does. I don't know what he played. He could have just played Furry Feet for all we know, and that's really it. Oh, look, I was the first one to die. Huh, see, streamer luck doesn't exist. Or maybe it does. Maybe the game put me out of my misery. But, I don't know. I've been thinking about playing some more furry games here and there. There are a few that released recently that I was told to give a shot, and I want to. I'm just not really sure, you know, if I'll have the money to do it, because, you know, big PC purchase. But we'll see in time. And also, I have been meaning to replay through Tribal Hunter at some point, because supposedly, you know, the final release for the game happened a bit ago, and I had played through the game before the final release even happened. So I want to get, like, that full playthrough all done with after all, like, the edits, changes, my character being in the game, so on. So, yeah. We'll probably just blow through it pretty much like any other game. What is your funniest or most bizarre food combinations you can think of, even if they're gross? You might be surprised, and this was specifically a TikTok thing, and I did try it, and it was pretty good. Watermelon with a little bit of mustard. Not even joking. Or ice cream with a little bit of flaky salt. I'm serious. Especially the first one. I thought that was going to be disgusting, but it's not bad. It's really not bad. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah. We also need more cooking streams beta. I vote on sushi. I want to make sushi one day. I was thinking of, what was it? Thinking of having, I want to do more like collab streams with like friends like Snowy and local friends who want to come by and maybe help me cook or do some fun stuff. So I was thinking of doing a sushi stream with like Snowy at some point. We just drink a ton of, we're just drinking soju while making sushi. Though we do all the cutting before, you know, we start drinking, of course. At least you didn't say pink sauce. Yeah, I mean, I won't try it. I won't try pink sauce. Probably just make it, because I'm assuming you can just make it just as fine, just as easily. Play a Dastra? Maybe. I'll see what I'm in the mood for in terms of furry visual novels, because I know I have to fulfill that as per my previous sub-goal and all that. So, still thinking about what I want to do. Maybe I'll do, like, Echo or something. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a furry visual novel where I don't have to necessarily censor anything in terms of, like, sensitive NSFW visuals or dialogue, you know? I think even dialogue, or at least, you know, narrations over it isn't that bad as long as it's not too descriptive or explicit, but I don't want to, you know... I want to play a furry visual novel that won't result in me gambling with the future of my Twitch account. That's really it. been a furry game as a flop for you? I guess, like, changed, but... You know, the main audience of that is, like, unfortunately children, which is weird. I don't really care for it. I just play it because it pays well. So there's that. I don't know. I mean, I've had that discussion about furry games. I'd rather a game that's good that has furry aspects to it rather than a game that's strictly made for furries and ends up being kind of eh. I think I even saw that with, like, some video essay that happened recently. Or some video that popped up on my feed that I didn't actually end up seeing, where someone did a video essay about, I think it was called Lackadaisy or something, where they said the problem with furry storytelling, or something along those lines, having like a furry-centric narrative. I obviously haven't watched it yet, but it's more the point of just, it seems interesting. Remember the Boston Rat? Yeah, I uploaded that whole... That was surprisingly one of the only game playthroughs, or furry-esque game playthroughs that I did, that actually performed pretty well when I did a video of it. Like on the... let me even see right now. I could check the secondary channel right now since I'm on it. I'm literally streaming on Boodles at this current moment in time. So let me actually check real quick. And then we can get the race started. Yeah, I'm honestly shocked that the YouTube shorts just are not popping off at all. Like, they've been 10 of 10 for the past however many days. It's so bizarre. Never seen that before. There's probably something with the algorithm that is either working or not working in my favor. Let me actually see. I did the video on the jumping rhythm game, the Go-Go Jump game, and that was just more like an extended, edited playthrough of it. And it supposedly did pretty well. I mean, from the analytics and everything, it's looking pretty good. It seems like everyone really enjoyed me playing through that game. So that's why I've been more inclined to play other stuff, like that one that released recently, Atlas or whatnot. The other one that I think I saw my friend Cole playing and Frey recommended to me. I want to play Were Cleaner too, even though that's not necessarily furry-centric. It is, you know... It's basically a werewolf cleaning simulator game, so what's there not to say that isn't furry-centric about it? A game I think you need to play is called Squirrel with a Gun. I might try that. I'm thinking I'll probably just have these games that I'll play for like one stream and that's it, and then move on to the next game. That's why I'm a bit, you know, that's why I'm a bit hesitant to go into buying a game immediately without seeing what more of it is about with it and seeing how long the playtime is, so I'm not just, like, sitting there waiting for it to be, like, done or not really enjoying it. I'd rather really enjoy a game that I play through rather than be like, it's okay. I feel like Lackadaisy would be popular with non-furries. The furry aspects aren't in your face and it's mostly just good storytelling, but with cats. I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of it should be at the end of the day. Same thing for furry games. It shouldn't be, you know, you try to make a furry-centric game. You just try to make a really good game that has furry aspects that would attract that subculture, but any non-furry could enjoy the game just as well. That's really it. That's the ticket to making a good furry game. Example, Tribal Hunter. As much as it has furry aspects, it's a pretty good platformer. Well, what's the other one? Wild Assault. It's some furry game that's basically like Battlefield, third-person Battlefield. The furry aspect to it, you play as different animal characters. The game itself is pretty fun. It's pretty fun, all things considered. Even if you have something that has like some semblance of being furry and the game itself is fun, then you got a good game. Party animals, the list goes on. It doesn't have to be made by furries for furries. It's just a game that has to play well and is fun or has good storytelling and might have furry elements to it. That's why you have, like, even series like Has-Been Hotel that are so extremely popular even within furry, but aren't catered to furries. You know, like, there might be some furry bait aspects, you know, like an Anthro Wolf character like Luna. Luna might have been made for the sake of, like, you know, attracting furries to the franchise. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a good story or a good show that people recognize and enjoy, and then fandoms from there are created, and they create their own sort of stories, enjoyment of whatever media, and boom, you got a popular semi-furry piece of media that isn't furry, but has parts of it. That's really it. But yeah, let's get this race started. I went on my little tangent about games again. Sometimes you just want to make a game that's just for you first and foremost. I mean, yeah, that's game development, but I'm not really into that whole thing with game development. It's just something that either happens or doesn't. Which I'd say if you want more advice on game development, just watch, you know, Pirate Software. Pirate Software is like the go-to man for like advice on like, I guess, business growing, mainly within the game design department, because he is a game designer, works on games, has his own studio, hires people, etc. Also, like your icon, JD. It looks very, very cute. Very, very cutesy. Pirate Software is just cool in general. He's also really cool with furries, so that also is reassuring. See, at least he's someone that I'm subscribed to that actually has their stuff show up in my feed, which could be biased or not according to YouTube's algorithm, but that just be how it is. Oh yeah, anything else you want me to answer or talk about? He kind of has to be okay with furries because tech, yeah. I mean, he even recognizes the sheer amount of tech furries. Also, hope you enjoy your ice cream, Slinky. Go on that adventure to get ice cream. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Also, what the fuck popped up? I didn't want that other thing to pop up. That's weird. Have you ever played any Sonic games? No, never played a Sonic game in my life. Never. Who? You mean like the fast food restaurant? Didn't know they had games. Never played it. Totally never played it. I totally haven't been 100%ing Sonic X Shadow Generations on the side. No, sir. Definitely haven't been doing that. Which would actually be a game I would stream for you guys in my progress of 100%ing it, but I still can't run it in full FPS. So, yeah. Look, hopefully this new PC will happen soon. Fuck it, time to throw a wrench at this conversation. Beta, which internal organ would you lick if you had to choose one? Testicle.
Gimme the characters who are fundamental damaged at their core, people who've been thrown into the sun's gravity well with no rope but despite all odds against them come back.
Guts.
There's this film, Furry, gimme that but in a VN.
Wrong
Great
answer,
film,
Guts.
hard to watch.
Oh, I thought you were asking. I didn't know you were explaining a film there, Shameless. I'll read through the rest of that. But when you were like, give me a fundamentally damaged at their core, Guts. Literally, the answer is Guts. I've seen this all the time on Twitter. Who is, like, the character who has suffered the most? And people are like, oh, it's Itachi. Oh, Itachi suffered the most. Bitch, no, it was Guts. It was Guts from Berserk. He suffered the most. It's always Guts. That man has suffered the most. Guts, Guts, Guts. I didn't hesitate with either of those answers. Which internal organ would I lick? Testicle. which character has suffered the most? Guts. I'm primed and ready for these answers here. You could, like I said, that's why I'm like, ask me any question. I will answer it, okay? Also, thank you for the 100-bit Shameless Man. There's this film, Furry. Gimme that, but in a visual novel. Great film, hard to watch. Best international film I've watched in the last 15 years, and man, where no punches pulled either. What's the movie about? I feel like I've heard that before, but I don't really know the synopsis or anything. You do realize that I meant the organ itself, right? Well, technically it's an organ. It's something inside your body that serves a purpose, and you could technically either live with or without it. I think it's the left testicle you can't live without. I don't know specifically. I guess for like internal organ? I don't know. Probably lower intestine. Actually, wait, no, upper intestine, because there's probably some poo-poo stuck in there somewhere, you know? There's probably some surprise. Why are you guys letting me talk? Actually, you know, no, you asked this question, so this is bound to happen. I'd say big intestine because, you know, there might be a surprise inside. You know, it's like a Kinder Surprise egg. Actually, wait, no. If I were to lick an internal organ, which one would result in whoever owns the internal organ farting? Like, on the spot. Whatever organ that is, I'd lick that one. Or whatever would cause them to violently shit. Look, no. You cannot back out of this conversation now. You asked this. We are here talking about it, okay? Listen, you... What the... Squeeze the large intestine like a Go-Gurt. No. We said only lick. Just lick. See, here's the thing. I already know licking any sort of internal organ will be disgusting, period, okay? Let's clear the air there. It would taste probably not great. What I am looking for is something that would result in some reaction. Not just from me, but from whoever has the internal organ. Hopefully not like a negative reaction, like I don't want to hurt them, but more just like, it's like, you know how some people have a sensitive spot? What about like a sensitive organ? Like if you lick it, they like fart aggressively or they shit profusely. Like it just triggers that. It's kind of like when actually I'm not going to use that example. I'm not gonna use that example. We're just gonna stop talking. Never mind. Also shameless. Thank you for the 100 bits. I think you sent that. Did you send that? Oh, you already sent that before. I guess I don't know if it repeated or not. Fury, that film is about a mom whose daughter is abducted and she tries to get her back. Won't spoil it, but great film, 100% non-stop action and facing emotions full force. If there's a film about getting yourself back and forgiveness, this is it. Huh. I'll have to keep a note of that. I love watching films, but, you know, the one thing that I haven't really enjoyed with film recently are ones that are difficult to sit through, like really uncomfortable to sit through. Granted, there are some that do it well. I feel like, unlike Terrifier, because I did see Terrifier 3, and that was not fun to sit through. It was just... It wasn't one of those, like, uncomfortable for the sake of, like, a narrative, but, it was just uncomfortable in terms of, like, just sheer grossness. But yeah. Do you know what Ultra Kill is? I've read and listened to the lore on the series and the universe. I haven't played any of it, sadly. But, you know, that could change in some years. I'm hearing this quote from the apartment next door. Stop licking my internal organs. My kidneys are ticklish. Oh my goodness. You should play it? Maybe I'll try it at some point. There's a long list of games that I've neglected for a while that I'd really like to try, but who knows? We'll see in time. I'm just a weirdo, you know me. I'm just a big weirdo. Someone posted a picture of Bailey's in some chat that I'm in, and I'm like, oh god, that's dangerous. That spells out disaster real quick. When you yawned, your avatar got sleepy? Huh. Well, I mean, it makes sense when I flutter my eyes a little bit. I should also be drinking some water. I'm probably underhydrated today. Ever drink Bailey's from a shoe? I'm old Greg. What a classic. Old Greg. Let me see. I was going to check something real quick, so give me one moment. Oh, damn. There's like over 100 of you watching. What the hell happened? I appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm glad that I'm entertaining, but I'm kind of shocked to some extent. I just kind of sit here and play Morbles. That's it. I do nothing else special. What is your favorite current song? Ooh, Timber, that's a good question, because as you know, I'm neurodivergent. So whenever I hear the next song, you can bet your ass I have listened to it at least 20 times on repeat, back to back for the last hour. And that current song for me is New World by Nano. And yes, it is a J-Rock song. It's from the Born to Be album. It's pretty good. I would play it, but copyright, so no. But good question. And hopefully you understand my thing with it, being neurodivergent and all that jazz. I drank out of a rock with a hole in it once. Worst mistake. I was sick for a few days. Ooh, jeez. That is no good. Just don't drink out of... Wait, drink out of a rock with a hole in it? I feel like that's how you activate, like, an ancient disease that, like, lay dormant long ago. Like, you know those videos where people have, like, quartz stones? Like a stone filled with water, and it has this, like, beautiful array on the inside, and people will be like, ah, yes, I'm going to drink that water. Don't drink that water. It's kind of like those same videos. You know those videos you see of people taking, like, a cup of water, like, into, like, an iceberg, and they dunk the cup and the camera in the water, and it's, like, crystal clear. It looks so ice cold. Don't drink that. Don't drink that water. There's probably worms in it. Don't drink that. It's probably how you get, like, a tapeworm. And that's the least of your worries. Just don't drink water unless it's purified or from the tap, or you know where it's coming from. Or at least you know what likely might be in it. Also, Loco, thank you for the clip, by the way. I know Nightbot be anal, but that how it be sometimes. Nightbot be anal, and so do I. Tasty salt water. Yes, yes, yes. Also, sup, Gavin? How you doing? And hi, KevCat. How you doing as well? I don't know how those hollow crystal rocks get called in English. I only know the word druce for them. Huh. I don't know what they're called either. I just see people, you know, either cutting them open on TikTok or drinking out of them. Like, you're gonna get brainworms or something from that. Like that video of someone just taking a little cup of water from, like, an iceberg, and they're just like, oh yeah, you know, this is the clearest water ever. It's probably gonna taste so divine. I'm like, you're gonna get brainworms. You're gonna get brainworms. Because that's probably what lays dormant in it. You know, it's just bugs and wriggly things that you don't want to put inside you. Just like the snail in your ear. There you go. Looks like a rock with crystals inside of it. Geode? Probably a geode. TikToks yearn for the brainworms, and they cause them too. Both metaphorically and actually sometimes. Sometimes, that is. What is this? This is Morbles. It's a Twitch interaction thingy. I'm not really sure how it works, but it's kind of pretty because, ooh, things moving on the screen that I don't have to do. My hands are free right now. I could be scratching my balls for all you know. But yeah, this is a fun little viewer interaction thing. I don't know what other games there are out there, or little viewer interaction stream things that I can throw on while we chat. But honestly, I'm here for it. I get to hang out and chat. There's visual eye candy, but it's not too visually overstimulating. Scientists are fun. I've seen ocean biologists sending styrofoam cups to the bottom of the ocean so they shrink into a shot glass. That sounds awesome. I mean, scientists probably have some, like, existential dread to it too, knowing the impending doom of, like, what will happen, you know, with climate change and all that, and how the universe be in terms of energy. And I think that's how they cope. They do fun, stupid stuff like that. Not that that's stupid. That's really cool, and if anything, smart. But it's more the point of like, you know what? Let's turn styrofoam into a shot glass. Why not? Cult of the Lamb. That's a bit more I have to interact to do it. And you know me, whenever I play a video game or whenever I'm doing something, it's hard for me to interact at the same time in chat. But I could try that. Words on stream. Cult of the Lamb again. That might be getting a bit of a resurgence. I don't really know fully, but I never beat the game. Never beat it. I would like to at some point. Also, I came in last. Yippee! Look at that. Run a D&D game for Twitch chat. I have something kind of on the matter of that. Not so much D&D, but I have a project that I've wanted to do for a while with you guys where Twitch chat makes a fursona. And how it's basically done is just through a bunch of different polls. Like, I just throw a poll together for like a few minutes of like, what color do you want the fursona to be? What species? What patterns? Do you want a pattern? Yes or no? It just goes through like a voting process, you know? And then eventually, you know, I'll have like some artist friend join me. Probably Russ. I asked Russ about it very vaguely if he'd be able to collab with me for like an artist thing on stream. And he said yes. So we'll probably be doing the Twitch chat makes a fursona stream sometime soon. And it'll be very much done off of like one of those default ref sheets. But yeah, we'll end up having a character created for you guys. A community-driven fursona. When? I don't know when that's happening, but it hopefully will be happening some point. User-generated fursona where every chatter adds a single pixel. That wouldn't be a bad idea, Loco. I don't know how to really do that, per se. But if you have any ideas, I'd love to try it. Either a user-generated fursona or you make your own fursona. That sounds really fun. Like an r/place, but for a fursona. Let me actually add that to my video ideas. That would be like a step up from the, you know, method that I have now. r/place, but viewers/users make add pixels to a fursona base ref sheet. That's a pretty good idea. I like that. Thank you for the idea, though, Loco. I do appreciate that. It's literally r/fursona. Maybe I could get a subreddit going of that. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Would be kind of cool. But yeah, I was thinking of doing that, and then I also had this backup idea. Potentially, if I learn how to program and I can have some programming friends help me. I want to create a fursona generator based around the default ref sheet that is out there. As in, it will generate a fursona from random, I guess, prompts. Which I guess, you know, it's not feeding anything into, you know, an algorithm for an AI. It's a randomizer, if anything. But it would be more like it randomizes, like, this fursona has red fur, has blue spots, has white triangles, has this pattern design, has this color eyes, and then you can just generate through them and then find something neat, you know? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Good video idea would be if we all made random fursonas from a wheel and you rate them. True. I mean, I could rate the fursonas that are randomly generated instead of, you know, rating or dunking on your guys' actual fursonas. It would make me feel a little bit better. Reddit kind of stresses me out at the moment. The Reddit staff made me one of 12 mods in a 308k subreddit. That is scary. I'm sorry to hear. What meme review, random person? There was one that I wanted to do a bit ago, but I gotta check that. And maybe we'll do that next stream. Who knows? Maybe I'll plan for that. I want to do more user interaction stuff, viewer interaction stuff. So maybe meme review tomorrow, or Wednesday, rather. I mean, it's almost tomorrow, at least for me. Yeah, we'll probably do that meme review thing we had for a bit ago. I'll do, like, one last check, and then we'll go over it, and then that'll be a big, funny, haha video. Ah, her ha. Is this a straight line? Bro. That's so boring. It's just a straight line. How do you know who's winning and who isn't? How do you speed up? Jaws is schmoovin'. Why is Spooty McGee? That fucking name. Spooty McGee. What a fucking name that is. I love it. You have my new favorite name today. Spooty McGee. That is amazing. Sorry if you're lurking and I'm calling you out, but that is a fucking fantastic name. Spooty McGee. It sounds like... I don't want to say what it sounds like. It's funny. Drag strip simulator? Pretty much. Well, at least think about it this way. There's probably no possible way to DNF. Possibly. There you go. Everyone finished, I guess. I don't know how that works. That's a weird one. Boost might work. Ah, I like it. The allegations. The boost allegations are wild. Those are some good ideas. I'm kind of thinking if I am going to shift gears this January and February, I want to do a lot more, you know, like big event stuff on here. Like the Twitch chat makes a Fursona, the meme reviews, the Fursona reviews. Fun stuff that we're used to seeing. And then, like, switching that up with, like, some, I don't know, some Fursona generation stuff. Because, you know, as if the process isn't creative enough as is, we need to make it even more creative. Making Fursonas for stock image people. I did kind of suggest an idea along the lines of that, of just some, like, stock image starter Fursonas. At least in the realm of, profile pictures. You know those, like, profile picture starter packs within Furry? I did a pretty good video on it. Like, I think a year or two back. I suggested the idea of, like, hey, let's create some alternatives. Let's make some actual, you know, profile pictures for people who are new to the fandom that they can actually use, that are free to use, that aren't stolen from someone else's character, which is, you know, uncontrollable at the end of the day, but it was a neat idea for what it was worth. Also, hope you have a good night, Furry Radley Axolotl. Sorry if I didn't say so earlier, but hope you have a good rest of your night. Alright, it is time for me to check Twitter once again, because that isn't a mistake in and of itself. So why not? I also got to check in tonight if, what is it? If we're going to be watching more Arcane, because I saw only the first few episodes of Season 2, and we ended up, leaving off there before, doing something else. So I don't know if today we're going to be watching more of it, but I'd love to actually see. Stolen or worse AI. I have gone over a bunch of other AI stuff. I actually did a video going over the AI-generated art of my Fursona that someone made, let alone the NSFW AI-generated art, which is fucking awful. And you know, it was funny. I could immediately tell which art pieces they used to feed the algorithm. I know what they used for it. I mean, yeah, I know they use prompts at the end of the day, but you can very clearly see what was grabbed from what. Which I know it's a big allegedly or supposedly, but, you know. Oh, I'm not doing any AI-generated stuff. No, no, no. I just mean more so covering some things that are kind of stealing from others. That's more of what I want to do. But yeah. Let's get started. I think what I'll probably do is stream for like 30 more minutes, and then we'll go and raid into someone else. I'm thinking shorter streams just to kind of get back into the rhythm of streaming again, at least for the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule that I want. Sergeant Uppies. Aw, what a cute name. What a cute dapper lad. Love that name. So adorbs. An interesting idea could be look at popular sonas from over the years, like break up stuff into half decades and see what people were most interested in at the time based on the most frequent sonas or designs. I could do that from year 2. Because we see it from time to time where, like, when new Fursonas species are made, everyone, like, kind of shifts towards that. And that's especially within, like, the VR chat realm specifically. Like, you know how Tatums were a thing, and then Free Counts became a thing, and now there's, whatever the new one is. I can't remember what it's called. I still want one, but I gotta bother Emerald about that at some point. I know it also depends on the grand scheme of, like, I guess Fursonas too, because you can't really get a good sample size. That's the only problem with doing, like, popular Fursonas from the years. You kind of have to make some very loose and rough assumptions based on, I guess, the search results or whatever data you can get on how many people were looking up a certain Fursona species. Or I guess having it, how much it was posted about. And that could be used as a basis of how popular they were in their, I guess, year. Like, say there's like a year of the Protogen, when were Protogens at their peak in popularity. An easy solution to that could be just like, look up the search results over the years for Protogen. Where was its peak? Back when it was first created, a year after, currently, and then go from there. It would probably be more based around assumption and little bits of research, but it could be, I don't know, something neat. Oh, speaking of Zootopia, I still got to go over that Zootopia abortion comic. I want to do that for a video, do like a either a drunk reading or some sort of reading / go through with a friend of mine. And then talk about like the history behind it, like what happened with it, where the artist is now, what they're doing, what happened at the time it was posted, so on and so forth. Which I can personally vouch for some of those like little pieces because I used to be a big fan of Lion King back in the day. And there were a lot of DeviantArt artists that were creating like comic pieces and stories to kind of fill in the blanks and gaps with like personal OCs or like characters that showed up and then disappeared, and then like writing backstories for them. And some of them had dark, dark themes and topics that obviously, you know, wouldn't happen in Zootopia or in what you would expect to see from that. So could also, you know, cover that little bit of it with like my experience being like, hey, you know, this is kind of normal to see, to people to take themes and throw it into things that you wouldn't normally see it in as a means of making that more palatable, at least for their intended audience. Does it make it, you know, okay, that's questionable, but it's something that's addressed in a manner that wouldn't be outside of the sheer realm of possibility within that universe. So yeah. If you ever read that comic, fair warning, it is actually extremely insulting and kind of political. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, whenever sensitive topics like that are brought up or discussed in the manner they are, they have to be done so with grace and with respect, and you have to really, really, like, check it. So when it isn't, you get stuff like that that ends up being so either memorable or non-memorable, or however it's done. I remember even learning about the whole comic when the steel is heavier than feathers meme was happening. They're both the same. Funniest part of the comic is Arby's. I haven't even read the whole thing of it. I don't know how the fuck Arby's comes up into it, but now I'm invested somewhat. I'm genuinely kinda invested. I would like to learn. One day. About 1 kilogram of steel is heavier than 1 kilogram of feathers. What comic? I wasn't paying attention. Your mom. No, the Zootopia abortion comic. The very controversial, infamous one on the internet. Because, you know, everyone and their mother hasn't already gone over it, so might as well go over it myself. I don't know, it's something to do in the grand scheme of things. It adds to the catalog of my channel, I think, in things that I cover. Let's see, what else is going on in the world? Nothing. Nothing! Oh! Mama Bear Bizy, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate that. Could we get a shout out for Mama Bear Bizy? Hope you had a good stream. What were you getting up to? Thank you for sending your community over, and if you got to do the stream decompress stuff, go get to it. Get some good rest. Drink some water, hydrate. Good soup. Thanks for stopping on by. We're just playing marbles, hanging out, chilling, being a floaty dog on the internet, talking about random stuff, whatever anyone has questions about. Just kind of vibing, chilling. Monster Hunter Rise. Heard good things about it. Never really got into the Monster Hunter franchise, sadly. Just seems like too much work, and whenever I think something is too much work, well, I never really get to it, sadly. But I'm glad you had fun with it. Minecraft movie might be good. I mean, it's got to be good now with the opening quote to the recent trailer being, "When I was a kid, I yearned for the mines." Like, bro, like that's going down in history as the meme of a fucking movie. I yearned for the mines. Me and my friend are all saying it needed the Sonic treatment. I don't know. I mean, when you have... I think some movies just aren't going to do the Sonic treatment. Some of them just want to be a live-action movie to bring in an audience. And usually that's, like, kids. That's the whole ploy. Not ploy. That's the whole, I feel like, effort of the Minecraft movie. Just to bring in... parents to bring their kids. That's really it. Is YouTube chat synced with Twitch? Occasionally. I think at times it pops up and sometimes it doesn't. I think it's a little bit delayed, even though I changed the bitrate and whatnot for it. The meme is back in the day, they worked hard to get kids out of the mines. Now one of the popular video games are sending them back into the mines. Wonderful. Not actually wonderful, but... you know, sarcasm. I won't lie, any new Minecraft thing always seems to be hated by the fandom. I feel like it's just one of those things where creativity and possibilities are endless within the realm of Minecraft, so whenever something is created by the devs, I guess some folks could see it as like an attack on open creativity. But then again, that's just most fandoms. If you see something negative, like, chances are it's going to be usually over-embellished and amplified more than the good of it. Like, I'm sure there are some new things that are just more well-received as being good. But in the end, you only really see the negative stuff because it's the one thing that's focused on, that gets the most traction, whether it's through rage bait. Rage bait is such a big thing nowadays. Oh my god. Minecraft movie doesn't look that good. It's not supposed to, I don't think. I think the whole purpose is just to get children to watch movies in theaters, get parents to take their kids to movies. It's not innately like a kid's movie, like Coco Melon movie or something. It's a Minecraft movie. I know Minecraft is probably the most accessible game to anyone who wants to get into a video game. That is the game to get into. But still, its target audience clearly isn't just adults. How long until Coco Melon makes a movie? Who's to say they haven't already? Who's to say they haven't yet? I probably won't watch the Minecraft movie. If I do watch it, it'll either be in bits and pieces, or I'll probably hear about it on Twitter, and that will really be it. Jack Black is the goat of actors to lead a movie like that. I mean, I feel like it was one of those decisions where they added him in because he is like a household name and everyone's like, oh, Jack Black playing this guy in a movie? Now I have to watch it. It's gonna be good. It's happened so much. And here's the thing, I'm not sick of Jack Black. I love the man to death. But like, there's such a thing as doing something too much. I thought he was great in the Bowser movie. Or Bowser movie, fucking Mario movie. I mean, you already know who the focus is on for a lot of people. But like, you see what I mean? Just with the focus and having him in too many movies, it's like, okay, let's try something different. Also, hope you enjoy Atlas, Gavin. I'm gonna be trying that sometime, maybe soon, hopefully. I don't know. But it's one of those furry games that's on my bucket list that I want to play on stream at some point. And show you guys. But I also don't know if it's one of those games that I can even run on my PC at the moment. I'm confused as to what's happening right now. It's just... look at the pretty orbs. Bowser movie, I wish. I mean, the Mario movie might as well have been, even though, you know, the focus is on Mario. Yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah, it's just marbles. Marbles. Some actors are good VAs, but some are not and are clearly there for the popularity. I mean, you have a popular name there alongside what you're voicing, then yeah, you're going to have people who want to see the movie because of the voice actor. And sometimes it's just because they're actors rather than voice actors. Not to say they're bad at voice acting. I just think the prospect of getting good business out of an investment that you make, whether it's a movie, a game, a TV show, anything, has become more of the priority than actually making the good thing and letting the sales follow from that. Getting the guarantee that the good thing will be successful has become more of a prominent concern rather than making a good thing be a good thing. If that makes sense. Like any movie with Dwayne Johnson makes me not want to watch it. That's what I've heard recently with the what that new Red something movie that he was raving about, but didn't do well on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was kind of funny. That's why I liked even Longlegs, for example. People either loved it or hated it. I liked it. I fucking loved the movie, and I especially liked it because Nicolas Cage was just allowed to do what he does. That's the thing. I know some people look at Nicolas Cage and like, whoa, he's a popular actor. You know, of course they'll have him in like a horror movie. But like, if you let the actor do what the actor can do, and let him or her go wild in enjoying the role and doing what they do, then yeah, you're gonna have a good end result. And I feel like Nicolas Cage killed it in Longlegs. He absolutely killed it. He did a fantastic job. But hey, you know, make Chris Pratt the next voice actor or something. I don't know. Have him voice act Toothless at this point in the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Why not? Why not? You know, you got Chris Pratt in the movie again. Have him voice Toothless. That's what I feel like sometimes the push is for here. I didn't think that Keanu Reeves' Shadow would be a good voice acting, but it's actually so pretty good. That's the thing. He's not just, you know, a popular actor because he's popular. He's popular because he's good at what he does. And he really, like, cares and puts a lot of heart into it. He was doing research on Shadow's backstory and trying to bring that to life in the movie. Like, you know, an actor is doing their best or is going to make a really good end product when they're doing research on the character. You wouldn't think Keanu Reeves has any knowledge about Sonic or anything to do with it, and here's what's happening with that. It's pretty neat. It's incredible. You love to see it. Have you watched Batman the Animated Series? I've not. I've heard good things about Mark Hamill as the Joker. But that's a separate thing. Oh, this is one of those races that was based on how accurate you were. Interesting. Also, hi, Pius. Hope you're doing well. We're just chatting, rambling, ranting about different things. Movies, voice acting, video games, so on. I'm just kind of... Honestly, I'm just rolling with that at this point. I don't know why. Should really, you know... enjoy it more. Take it slow. But why would I know how to do that? Anyways, next race. Also, hi, Stalkers. Hope you're doing well. Don't know if you said hi earlier, but wanted to say hi again. Anything else new in the world? Anything you guys want me to potentially answer for questions? Things that I could go over, I guess? I don't know. I'm checking Twitter, and now it's sad stuff, so I'm like, oh, shit, now I don't know what to talk about. Well, crap. This sucks. The Lilo and Stitch teaser looked good. I never actually saw it. I did hear about it. I never watched the trailer, but we'll have to see. I don't know, just makes me worry seeing a lot of these live-action reboots happening or remakes happening. Makes me realize that, maybe the creative wells have run dry. Who knows? Maybe repetition is just the sad reality of the world. I really enjoy yapping streams. Well, I'm glad you do. I don't really talk about anything else besides that. How many subs will it take to get you to stream from a pool in a life jacket? Well, first off, I'd have to have access to a pool, which I don't. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing that for a stream, just floating around in a life jacket in a pool. Enjoying the floatiness and reading chat. Pretty much what we do here, just it's IRL. How many subs would it take for me to buy a pool? And I probably have to do it in the summer. It's just easier to market well-known IPs instead of risking it with new creative avenues. Yeah. You're right about that. I mean, it just goes to show that art has become business, but that is just, well, business is life. Who am I kidding? Why am I complaining about business? This is what I do too. Why am I sitting here trying to be like, yes. I am talking about the sad reality that the world is about money and about business. So I'm like, who am I kidding? I'm contributing to it too. Why am I complaining? Yeah, we had an old little hot tub thing, animation thing of Maverick chilling in a hot tub. I could still set that up. I still have the PNGs to that since I organized my PC a bit ago. I just haven't really had a need to put it anywhere. Maybe I could put it somewhere for like I don't know, Christmas. Make it instead like a little thing of hot cocoa. Maverick chilling in a warm thing of hot cocoa. I don't know. Christmas themed. I don't know. Why not if you decide to commission Maverick 2.0? I am not getting a fursuit anytime soon. Trust me. I do not have the money for that. I'm already buying a new PC. I don't know if you have much to input to give, but I'm graduating college in a few weeks, and I have no idea what I'm going to do once I finish. Any suggestion for the transition period between school and real life? It just comes down to jobs. Applying for jobs. That's kind of what I understood, or I had to kind of pave my own way, which I lucked out and managed to pave my own way through content creation. But that's unfortunately just the anticlimactic resolution, is like, you've made it through college, job time, and you do that for the rest of your life. Which, obviously, there's more to it, but, you know. That's more of the adult stuff that I try to avoid by being a full-time furry YouTuber. Ha-ha! Thoughts on taxes? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Job market is terrifying. You are right about that. I also love the absolute disconnect that some of our parents have with how easy it is, quote unquote, to get a job. Like, I love the terminology and ideas, thought process that they've had. There was this skit that I saw of, like, some guy who burst into, like, a CEO's office is like, "Hey there, I applied for this job, and I am coming to shake your hand firmly and ask for a job at your company. Also, my mom says I'm qualified for this job, and she says I'm a hard worker." And then it's just such an unrealistic answer from the CEO of like, "Oh my god, your mom says that you're qualified for this job? Well, of course, well, darn toot, here, you take my desk. You will be company associate CEO. You start today. Congratulations." Like, that's it's like the embodiment of what our parents think it is like getting jobs. Just you walk into the CEO's office and you get a job. This is that easy. If only. I wish it was. I wish we lived in some of our parents' world. That sounds awesome. Also, damn, Sergeant Uppies is schmoovin'. Oh, damn, they're schmoovin'. Oh, hey, you won. Look at that. Temp service agencies are a good way to get your foot in the door. Yeah, that's how a lot of my friends, I feel like, have taken it. And that's how you can actually get into full-time jobs from there if, you know, they have more work or there's another position that you might apply for and you have already your foot in the door. That's the whole point of it. It's just connections, networking, getting your foot in the door, meeting the right people. It's a game you gotta play, but that's how it be. Frustratingly, a lot of companies will say they're looking for workers but never hire because they get stimulus from the government if they can't find workers. Oh, don't we love the system we live in? Not having many connections is also a hard thing to do, but you can always start somewhere. There's ways to do it. USA moment? Yep. Do be how it is. Accidentally not attending a meeting I was mandatory to attend. Oof. That's rough. Very sorry to hear about that. Probably wrap things up in 15 minutes or so. I've really enjoyed this talk that we've had today, guys, honestly. Really loving getting to chat and hang out with y'all. Not really sure what we've discussed in particular, but I've been enjoying it a lot. It is fun! Ha, ha, ha. I guess a little announcement to make is I'll probably have some new video out this week. It's either going to be out tomorrow or it'll be out Wednesday. It's going to be going over a fursuit making class that actually made its way into a college. That's a actual class you can take for credits. I think it's in like Stanford University in like California somewhere. I don't exactly know, but I did a video covering it and it was a nice little positive note on Furry, kind of like the whole Furry convention attendance, what is it? Badge thing. Consent badges, yeah. Interaction, socializing, communication badges. Ended up doing that video, and I was kind of motivated to do this one for like a positive note in Furry. So if you want some like good news, happy stuff to listen about with regards to the growth of Furry, then this video is for you, and it'll be out hopefully either tomorrow or Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll have some other fun video happening this weekend, but I gotta figure out when that'll be, and then I gotta schedule a whole other sense of videos. You plan to do a follow-up video on Angel here? I already did. I already did my whole reaction and whatnot to Season 2 and uploaded that. May or may not do Season 3 at some point. Don't know if it finishes up the series or not, but we'll have to see. I'll see in time what I'm feeling. How did I miss it? YouTube is a fun thing where it never notifies you of anything that you are subscribed to. Isn't that great? But yeah, if you guys ever want to see when I do upload at a certain time, Telegram. My Telegram channel is probably the one place where I put all the notifications for any like big announcements, patron stuff, YouTube videos, streams, all that. So if you want to know when I'm doing something, exactly when it's happening, then yeah. We need more good furry news, like achievements in science and society or something. That would be kind of neat. I don't know how in-depth I want to go into that, because that would be kind of, you know, putting people's personal lives into the public, though granted, you know, if it's already out there, then there's that. I'm just amplifying it. Just depends on what it is. I was also kind of thinking of doing some sort of hybrid video where I interview furries and ask them what they do for work. It's like a little icebreaker, like what furries do for work outside of their convention stuff, fursuit stuff, fun stuff they do. Kind of like what that interview channel did, where they interviewed fursuiter who went viral for the mask pup hood thing. That one was a pretty good video. That was a pretty good interview. I want to do something like that where they were asking like what they do for like careers and work and stuff. It'd be kind of neat. Yeah, that podcast I went over. That'd be kind of neat. Why can't we all just have the mindset of live and let live, do what you want to do as long as it doesn't affect me? Well, because even if it doesn't affect people, they want it to, and everyone needs something to be mad about, so why not put it on something that doesn't affect them? And usually that's what happens. Because when you have no worries in your life, or you want to distract yourself from core problems, core root issues in your life, you push it on to someone else and make that their problem. And that's how you have a lot of the issues in the world. I'd have to find some tweet analogy that actually kind of describes that a bit more in perspective, but I gotta find that first because I don't want to quote it without actually knowing what it is. But yeah, oh my god, what the fuck? Did you just fucking jump to the end? I think Jaws just accidentally jumped to the end. Well, they're stuck now, but yeah. Did they just... Oh, hey. I think they just jumped to the end. Maybe. Hello?
Yo.
Happy? Thank you for the resub. I greatly appreciate that. Why is the notification not coming up? Twitch, you're wigging. Oh, hey, Jaws, you won. Congrats! But thank you, Happy, for the 2-month Tit Prime resub. I greatly appreciate that. We get some life jackets and beta 8 hearts and all that in the chat. Appreciate the support. Russ Scream. We love Russ. Russ is good soup. Also, Holden, thank you for the raid as well. I appreciate that greatly. Hope you had a good stream. What are you getting up to? You're usually up to something neat. What were you doing? I'm just chilling, playing marbles, talking about, I don't know, whatever's on our minds. Fun stuff, usually. Look at that. Jaws won. We were off of the best in this game by 25 seconds. Pokemon Nuzlocke. Ooh, those are usually fun. I just know for me they're very hit or miss because some can be very easy, some can be hard. It all depends on the game. I think the last Nuzlocke I tried doing was on Pokemon Coliseum, and that just... No. Way too hard. Way too hard. I'm glad that games like Pokemon Coliseum and like Gale of Darkness and Emerald and even Black and White existed because they were pretty challenging games. I know Coliseum was especially challenging because you could only grind so much and you'd just be endless hours going into it. It's your 6th attempt. Oop. Jeez. Look, if it's tough, it's tough. I don't blame you. I have this fear and stigma of being afraid to draw popular people fan arts, even though I remind myself that they are people too. Well, here's a fun little trade secret. You want to get close for this one. Your favorite furries or creators love fan art, especially of like very cool big moments on their streams or videos that highlight a cool thing they did. They love that shit. In fact, that's probably the best advice I give to an artist who's looking to market themselves. Do fan art of someone. Do fan art of a creator. Do fan art of some existing character that might get traction, because there's a chance that they retweet it and repost it, and then they share around that artwork with your name tied to it. That's how you get exposure for what you do. Fun little advice point of the day. I'm not also saying that because I love fan art, which I do love receiving fan art, but your favorite creator usually loves that shit. They love it when you do some art piece that is supposed to commemorate whatever funny thing they did on their stream or whatever is special about them. They love that. They love that. And that's not just me speaking for me, but speaking on behalf from what I've seen in the many years of doing this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Beta posting the fan art I made for him on the fridge like a dad. Yeah, pretty much. Why am I so far away? Dude, what is this track? So far away and so weird. I had some real bad luck in earlier attempts. Lol, this run has been a lot better. That's good. Look, when a run is good and it's fun, it's fun. I've known that from previous Nuzlocke experience, but a lot of times it ends up being a little too easy for me. That's why I got to put on some like little handicaps for like level caps for certain areas. So, yeah. Look how fucking far away that is. How am I supposed to see what the track is supposed to look like? Also, I forget the name of this character, but I know they're from Sword... What the fuck is it? Demon Slayer, not Sword Art. Isn't there a name like Doma or something? They're like the second moon, whatever. He like eats people, like a lot of people. Though granted, most vampires in that... or demons eat people. Can't remember. It starts with a D. He was a pain in the ass. I'm caught up on the Infinity Castle arc, but I haven't actually seen Demon Slayer in and of itself. Every trainer is set to a random type, so at any point I could be fighting a dragon trainer. True. Is it like legendary randomizer too, so you could be running into someone who has a legendary Pokemon? I know Nuzlocke have definitely made, like, have come a long way since just, like, being a just downright randomizer for everything. They have, like, different set areas, different set challenges. It's, like, actually tests your worth in knowing Pokemon and skills and strats and luck. It's really neat. Makes it more like an actual roguelike, or roguelite, where you have to min-max. Oh, Doma, yeah. Don't know how Demon Slayer is going to go, but I'm looking forward to the Infinity Castle saga whenever that's animated. Beta's arm being hidden by his inflation suit makes me think of Beta as a bowling pin. I mean, when the suit be too inflated, you can't really move your arms. That be the point of the suit. But yeah. Oh, everyone's using boost and the track is almost over. Also, hi Draxler, how you doing? Don't think I saw your We Out Here post earlier, but hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying good soup and all that. Wasn't he the Ice Demon guy? Ice Demon guy? Don't know who the Ice Demon guy is. Also, don't really know what happens with Demon Slayer, believe it or not. I'm kind of in the dark about it. I've only started a little bit of Season 1, and it's okay. It's pretty, but it's okay. I pushed it late and gonna get to bed. Well, hope you have a good rest, Holden. If you guys could go and drop a follow to Holden if we haven't gotten a shout-out for him already for the raid. Appreciate you sending your community over, and hope you get some good rest. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and chatting and hanging. Chris one, his ability was freezing people and things. Isn't that like My Hero or something? There's also a character in Jujutsu Kaisen that does that. Look, it might as well just be a full-on anime trope, you know? Just every character has some ice character. I don't think there was ice breathing in Sword Art. Not Sword Art. Fuck. Demon Slayer. There wasn't ice breathing in Demon Slayer, right? Oh well. My Weebar kind of ebbs and flows every so often. I know things, then I don't know things. That'd just be life. Fire guy, ice guy, lightning guy, etc. Yeah, there's thunder guy, there's fire guy, there's water guy, there's wind guy, there's like earth guy, there's light and dark guy, some guy that loves the moon guy, or blood guy, or both. Usually they're brothers. So on. Sword Art Online was a simpler time. I know people weren't a fan of the second half of it, and neither was I, to be honest, but, you know, it's just simpler times. Might die, guy's dad. Exactly. Did you unpack most of anime? I guess so. Yeah, the fairy arc was a fairy arc. It was something. It was something. That's a way to put it. That's really it. It was something. That was it. Either way, I'm probably gonna do 2 more tracks, and then I'll wrap things up, and then I'm gonna probably shower and rest up and get some food. Thinking about going to bed early. I know I say that now, but you know, who knows? I'll keep an eye out to see if anyone is gonna be watching. Oh damn, I'm seeing Chunky Buff Wendell on my timeline. Interesting. Kind of like that. I'll see if any friends are gonna be watching anything tonight, hanging out, playing games or whatnot. Keeping an eye out to see what happens or what's going on. Just because I want to hang out and vibe. I want to hang out and vibe, yeah. What do you guys got planned for the rest of the night? What are y'all up to? I also love how I have to look at my second monitor to see where the play button and the join button are, just because my monitor's fucked. I think it's a monitor issue. It seems like it is. Might have to plug in some stuff a little differently next time, but oh well. I'm on my first vacation after 2-ish month exercise, so I'm not following a sleep schedule. Hey, there you go. Oh, military exercise. Well, hell yeah, big congrats. I hope you get some good rest. Some good relaxation. It is very well deserved. Honestly, don't know what else I'll be up to. I want to wander through the rest of Arcane, but I also want to be productive. But I also want to fix my sleep schedule a little bit. The only thing I have to do this week is Wednesday I go grocery shopping to get my stuff to make bruschetta for my party. Or for the Friendsgiving that I'm going to. Which I don't know if I'm going to bring anything for my family's Thanksgiving. I wasn't really asked to. I could ask if it's needed, but last time I brought bruschetta, I ended up being the only one that ate it, which I'm not opposed to. But, you know, it's just more a principle of, like, I'd rather make something that people would enjoy and eat. So, I'll see. Hey, you know, good plan, Pegasus, though. Get some good rest now so you can work hard tomorrow. Though then again, for me, I don't really work well in the morning. Didn't we just play this track? I hit randomize, right? Or did I hit play again? Probably that time of the night where I'm going crazy. Deflates your life jacket small and thin. You mean deflates your life jacket, making it flat and sad. That's another one. Uh-oh. Well, rip. Oh, that's a cute little icon. Baking cookies. Responsible answer is to recommend you to fix the sleep schedule. The fun answer is arcane. I mean, I'm sure we can get through arcane in a reasonable time. It's just more of the principle of like, what to do. The only thing I actually have to do even after that is get my oil changed next week. So that's really it, you know, just I've been overstocked with videos. I need to work on more, but God, I don't want to burn myself out. And also, that's the thing, I only really know if my recent batch of videos is good or bad based on like ones that are uploaded. So maybe I've been on a bad streak with recording videos, you know, maybe I need to put more humor into them. Maybe I need to change them up. But that depends on how they're received. So we'll see in time. Either way, we'll do one more race, one more track. I've literally inflated my life jacket before. I did it earlier this stream. It's probably came in late. Well, I don't want to say came in late because that's going to set a bad precedent of like, you were late. No, you come in at any time you want. I did it earlier this stream, though, so don't worry. Also, yeah, JD, you won. You get nothing. No one gets anything with this besides bragging rights, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. I'm just enjoying your guys' company. This is fun. I know I've been doing marbles for, like, basically the past 3 streams in a row, but, like, it's just fun to chat. It's just fun to chat and talk about our feelings. Granted, there's not really much else I can do. So, yeah. Maybe there's, like, 1 or 2 furry articles or videos that I could, watch at some point later on, but that'll be a future point eventually. Excuse me. Also, I hope the dinner with your girlfriend was good. You were a good partner. Have you ever played Friday Night Funkin'? Do you say that as if it's like one of those retro games that like, oh, I remember playing that back in the day. Friday Night Funkin'. I remember when they made the Tricky mod. It was impossible. Good times. Like, I think it happened like 4 years ago, didn't it? That was like primetime COVID or prime lockdown when it was happening. Or at least the summer after, I think. First time taking Mexican food. Ooh. Look, when Mexican food is good, it hits good. When it doesn't, well, then that's more just like Tex-Mex. That's American Mexican food. So yeah. I'm really hoping to start making YouTube content. Got any advice? You're going to have to be more specific in terms of what you mean on advice. What are you looking for it? Recommendations on equipment, recommendations on ideas, how to make videos. That's a whole loaded question. Technically, I could say my usual go-to answer, if you poop is green, go and see a doctor. And that does apply for making YouTube videos. And that is technically advice. So I've technically answered the question. This is also to help train you guys to ask specific questions, especially in the realm of collaboration. Because here's the thing. I get asked a lot, Beta, let's collab on a video. And I'm like, sure. What do you want to do? And then they're like, I didn't think that part through. I'm like, when you have an idea for something that I can contribute to, let me know. When you want to collaborate with someone, the best advice I could give on it is usually it has to be framed around something that they specialize in, that they could contribute to in their expertise, their knowledge, their, I guess, fun factor, humor, whatever it might be. So that's something to keep in mind with it. When you're asking to collab, think about who or what you want to do to begin with and who can contribute to making that project better. That's more of how you should think about collaboration, because you can include the people that are able to make that video shine much more than it would than you would be doing it just on your own. Something to inspire me in general. I guess I'd say watch Pirate Software. He's a really good motivational, inspirational creator to me. So if you watch him, maybe you'll get inspired by something he does. Or something he says. Maybe he might have some better inspiration than I could. Which he probably does, because he's older and wiser than I am. But yeah. You can send any fan art to either my Twitter, my email, whatever social media really works, tagging me in that. I would have some sort of fan art submission folder thing, but I could already see that going so fucking wrong. So, yeah. I'd rather not promote something where people can just throw in whatever they want, you know. Which I guess even then it wouldn't, you know, stop people. But regardless, also Draxler, you won. Look at that. Wow. Mod luck is actually a thing now. Crazy. Guess I gotta unmod you. Teehee. Hey, look, I came in last. That's pretty good too. All right. So, I think I had a pretty good time this stream, and I think I'm gonna wrap things up for now. Who can we go and send some love to? Send a raid over to. Who's streaming? Who's doing fun stuff? Let's see who's live. We haven't raided JFET in a while. It's been such a long time. I miss that fella. Let's go and raid JFET. He's doing Sea of Thieves. He's like he's been on a Sea of Thieves kick for years now, and he's probably really experienced with it since last time we played. So go and send some love to JFET. He's doing some Sea of Thieves. Doing some fun stuff over there. Go and say hello to him. Go and call him a good ba, good soup. Tell him I said good soup. He's good soup. But yeah, go and send him all the love and support. You all know him. I'm trying to get him to play Raft with me to finish up the last chapter that we haven't done yet, and I would love to get through that with him. But we've just both been busy, so I'll pester him about it later. But either way, go and send him loving support, life jackets and all that. Go and be sure to keep him company like you have me. I do greatly appreciate y'all stopping by. It does mean a lot. Honestly, like, I've just kind of been sitting here wanting to just chat and not really do much. I know I've only done Morbles, but it does mean the world that you kind of like coming by and listen to this dog yap. But either way, keep on the lookout for a new video either tomorrow or Wednesday. Check out the YouTube shorts that I've uploaded if you haven't already, because the algorithm just isn't working, and any help is greatly appreciated in pushing my content out there, because it helps me make more good stuff. But either way, just wanted to say thanks again for being wonderful. You all are amazing. Have a good night. Take care. Life stay jacket. And I'll see you all in the next one.